I was just about to share it with you.
Oh, okay.
It disappeared.
Nope, I'll try it again.
Sunny.
Jarwin.
It's not showing up now.
Somebody help me, please.
Somebody help me.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, let's run this thing, blade.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. What's that then? Right.
Everyone just get it out. Let's get it out while you can.
Who's gonna run this down the night?
The dootin' scene, but a whoopin' D.
At what part? No, a different track. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 157 of Hype and Then Some. We are back in the building once again.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's straight into introductions. This is Kesi, aka K's Boogie in the cut. What it do?
It's your boy, your favorite, Mr. Tariba, Sham TV, damn well nasty.
And it's Mr. MBT. I haven't had my pastry yet.
Pastry.
Oi. A Sunday morning is never quite complete without a sweet treat.
Yeah,
It's
man.
never quite complete,
I want
but
my
ultimately,
pastry.
once you enter the afternoon, which we are in now, there's no more sweet treats needed.
No, there is. I was gonna even say, is Shoreditch Market open? I need a pastry.
Shoreditch Market.
Why are we going all the way to Short? You mean Spitfield?
Yes, babe.
For
what?
For a pastry. Which specific pastry are you getting from this?
There's Gales round the corner. We can go Gales.
We should go girls.
Where's girls?
By Waitrose. They're new.
Get toasted.
Yeah, it's brand new.
That's perfect. I need to
Oh,
go
really?
I need to go there anyway. So
Yeah,
To
I
do
bet.
what? Do you not just buy a pastry?
No,
Not for a
he
pastry.
needs to get some groceries.
Shit, make my
He's
business
got,
out.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah, he's got.
Maybe you didn't hear
anything. All right, okay, can we get started, please?
Aye.
Hi, everybody.
Bow.
Aye. This is episode 157. I'm already hot. You see?
I told you. I done told you.
Who's gonna
I
run
told
this
them
town
to-
tonight?
I went downstairs and I asked the kind people if they could just reduce the AC because it was on full blast. She was like, "Yeah, I'll reduce it for you, hun." Now it's off
Completely.
and it's sweltering.
Now we're in the Sahara.
Yeah. All right.
And you know what? You can't even contact them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, come on. Bleep, sort it out.
Should we?
No,
Should we?
let's
no,
let's
we
go.
got to write it
Nothing
out.
good to do.
Jeez.
Let's go.
Oh, this is gonna be a struggle.
This
You know
is gonna be a stodgy one.
You know that video of James Brown where he comes up on the microphone to swing?
What, every single performance? Okay. All right, guys. Let's just get straight into it.
Let's try and get this.
Yeah, we'll do our very, very best. All right, guys. You know it. You love it. It is time for Turbo Trainers.
Trainers tables.
Sunday edition.
Indeed. Today is a little bit different, but if you are listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see these blank. You know what?
In a real life.
The reason why I say blank is because it's not quite trainers today. And if
see
you are
these
here
vinyl
on
bloods.
YouTube,
Damn.
God.
Damn.
All right. Well, as you can see, we have vinyls on the table today.
Yes.
Okay, so in line with today's theme, with today's topic, we have decided to make sure that our Tables Trainers theme is also in line. And even though it is indeed vinyls, it's okay. We still want to stick to the something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue with a twist.
Yes.
We don't have something borrowed on this occasion because there's no need. So let's just talk about what is old, what is new, and what is blue.
Silent ride home.
So we are just letting it.
Let it out.
Let it
Oh,
all
hang
hang
out.
out.
Mate, you don't
Come on.
understand. It's been a long week.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Anyway, all right, should we get started? They all love you like I love you. We're glitching. All right, to the right of me, we have something blue. This is my vinyl. This is the Kate Trinada Baba album. It's blue. Let's just start there. Okay, thank you. Because of the blue eyes, and also the other cover is like more predominantly blue. So let's just imagine that it's that cover as well. But yes,
He's got two pupils.
he does have two pupils.
Like a butterfly.
Like a butterfly. Yeah, so that's the Baba album. This was gifted to me by my sister Honor. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Honor.
It was also gifted to me by my good friend Lucy as well.
got
But
two?
no, I asked Lucy to kindly send that back. and
Take it back.
Do it again.
Sorry, Lucy.
But she also did replace it with a fantastic album. So thank you to Lucy as well.
Which one did she replace it with?
Don Toliver Lovesick Deluxe.
Nice.
Yes, anyway, so that's my album. Okay, if we're talking about the actual album itself, this is one of the best albums to come out in the year that it came out, which I feel like is 2022.
For Kate Trinada or just in general?
That year,
Wow.
20. 2019.
Is this
Long
the album?
2019.
Is this the album where just wanna be?
No, this is the album that says that has and it's in who vex her.
Oh,
No vex her.
best
Yeah,
album
yeah.
of 2019.
It was one of the best albums of 2019.
That was
I can't
amazing.
remember the 2019.
That was an amazing song during that time. Yes.
Go on, sorry.
That's a really good album, guys.
I don't know.
I agree with Tobi. I don't know if it was the best album of that
So it's
time, but
2019.
that song
Did carry the
had
summer.
everyone in a headlock.
Yeah, but it's not just that song.
What other song?
Come on.
What?
There's the one with
Don't look at the back.
Come on. There's if you wanna taste and there's also the one with Tidra Moses. Bro, there's bare.
Wait, the
like,
Teacher
come
Moses
on.
song's on there.
Not that one.
Yeah, I was about
There's
to say.
another one.
Oh.
And also Grey Area, one of my favorite Cation Artist songs. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, send it, man.
There are a few. Anyway, real ones, no. 2019 was a good year for albums.
The real
was
one,
a really good year. That's what I'm saying.
That was a good year.
What, for really?
For 2019?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry.
I remember
we've got
2019
Eagle,
and
we've got
2019.
Over It, Summer Walker. Ooh, okay. Chasing Summer by Sir is a good album. Let's move on. Anyway, I really enjoy this album very much. Thank you to Honor for gifting it to me.
Solange's album came out that year as well.
Who's?
Solange.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. That was all right.
All right.
It was all right.
And moving
All right.
on. To the left of me, we have... Shush your mouth. Ew. I'm a born sinner, but I got that. So what? This is J. Cole, Born Sinner, another album of mine. It gifted to me by myself. From me to me, what a treat.
You know what's interesting? The only reason why you got it for yourself because no one else will bother to get it for you.
Shush your mouth. Shush your damn mouth, you damn guy.
Kind of rabbit.
This is easily my favorite J. Cole album.
Is that go Who That Flame?
No, it's not got who's got that flame.
It's not. This is a really, really good
Scam.
album. Another really good album. This is my something old because it is one of my older albums. It's not the oldest. I've realized basically all my albums, the oldest album I have, vinyl I have, is from the year 2010. I have nothing older than
I
that.
wouldn't expect you to though. What are you gonna have? Like, I don't know.
I have some in mind.
Soldier Boy.
No, there's a Snoop
Wu-Tang
Dogg
Clan.
album that was like 06.
Dog Pound. Oh no,
No,
that was 90s.
it's not Dog Pound. It's the it's the one where
Sexual seduction.
yeah, that one, the one that's got that
Yeah,
one.
Rhythm and Gangster.
And
I
it's
believe
got Pharrell,
called.
it's got a song with Pharrell on there as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get my thrills.
Yeah,
That was a good time.
that
It was a
very good
great.
time.
It's a great
That album. I want to know how many diamonds does that?
2004. Jeez.
Wow.
Because you know,
Yo.
did that album go
You think it went
diamond?
Diamond?
Yeah, it must have gone
Maybe
diamond.
it was- Maybe the
feel
singles. I don't know if the
I don't know
album
about I don't know about Diamond.
No,
No, I think the singles must have.
It's
no.
gone platinum. That's it.
Yeah.
It's only
I
gone platinum.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
That is probably one of his best albums.
You'll have a lot of arguments from people from the 90s. I'll be wrong. So probably not. Probably
yeah,
not chuck that one
yeah.
out there.
Look how
Yeah, platinum. It's gone platinum. That's it.
Oh, it went platinum in the United Kingdom, went platinum in the
Yeah,
United
literally
States,
platinum and gold.
it went platinum in New Zealand.
Can I get my frills?
Come on now.
Koalas.
It's also
Love
got
that.
it's also got signs on there. That's how good. I need. You know, what? Next week. So yeah.
Next week, what?
Hey. You know
Next
what?
week
Next
what?
week.
What? Anyway, this is one of my favorite albums. Enjoy this album very, very much. This J. Cole album. Yeah, she's my something old. She's gorgeous. Love her.
That's
I got
fine.
it. It's an anniversary release,
Pew.
and I'm happy to have it. I can also quickly show you.
It's stanky. That's what it is.
You're stanky. It's
not
got
good,
a
actually.
limited gold vinyl.
Yeah, Yaki.
I've seen it. It's crazy.
Did that go platinum? That's all. Do you know?
No, that definitely didn't go platinum.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? This was a
It went double bronze.
That didn't go platinum. That probably went gold.
nah. Sorry, I'm not having that. I would have expected it to go
Silver.
platinum. I can only hope. I don't think so.
I don't think it did either.
Let me see.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Ah!
What did it
Double
go?
platinum.
Double platinum.
Did it?
Yeah, so shut your mouth.
Yeah, double.
Thank you.
That's platinum.
Double platinum. Thank
Platinum
you.
plated.
Born Sinner.
With a copper ore.
Okay. Next please. And now moving on to the pedestal today.
so light.
You hear the silence?
You could even do it for yourself properly.
Exactly.
Man,
this
oh man,
is
oh man.
this is the Travis Scott Days Before Rodeo vinyl, but this is the special release. I think this was like the deluxe release. It's the same album, right?
It's the deluxe.
Okay.
Hasn't been opened yet, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So this, okay. So this is that. This is Tobi's vinyl. This is Tobi's first vinyl.
Yes, it's my entry into vinyl world.
Goodness
Sorry,
sake.
I had to drop it because it was ugly. This is my first entry into vinyl world, guys. One of the
Put that
greatest,
back there.
one of the greatest albums ever.
Is it?
I doubt it.
I'll be so real. No misses, no skips, no misses
Pause.
whatsoever.
Oh, I disagree.
There isn't one skip or one miss on this thing. Please, let's be sensible now and let's be guided.
Made in Poland.
When that came out, that
It was a time. It was a time.
literally carried multiple summers.
It was a time. It was a time.
That was my soundtrack to, when did this come out?
2014.
2014. So yes, so second year of uni. Yes, it really got me through a lot. I'm not
okay.
gonna sit there with you. I'm gonna sit there with you.
It's
This is a great album. I haven't opened it yet, but the CD in there is the vinyl is red.
Okay, cute.
So, it's quite nice.
Okay, nice.
I think I'll keep this and never open it and listen to it on my phone instead.
Okay.
But yes.
So
Thanks
Should
for
I put
tip.
that there if I put it in the wrapping?
Yeah, sure. You can.
Make sure it covers that J. Cole rubbish. Thank you.
Don't let me lay it flat. I'm going to lay it more flat in a second. Here.
culture
You do?
and also sneakers. So the first thing on the list as part of this news, Clint and Palace. There's been some beef going on, guys. Big beef. Big beef.
Beef on the
Now,
streets.
as we are all aware, and if you're not aware, I don't know where you are, I don't know where you've been sleeping, but Clint is the type of person that he stands up for what he believes in.
And he doesn't shy away from controversy.
And he doesn't shy away from voicing his own opinion.
Okay.
So, just to give you guys a bit of context, so Corteiz is about to release, or has he released yet?
Released.
It's
Yeah, okay,
released, yeah.
he's already released a Corteiz spin-off of the Brazilian tracksuit that the football players used to wear.
Famously
Yeah.
worn by Ronaldo.
Yes. Now,
Not Cristiano, for those young people that don't
no,
know who Ronaldo
we are talking
is.
about Ronaldo
Oh, no.
with the doo-doo patch on the forehead.
the
that one.
the actual Ronaldo.
Yep. The real Ronaldo. The real Ronaldo.
Our Ronaldo, yeah.
Yes.
Our Ronaldo, yes.
Well, not mine. Anyway, so in parallel, Palace also released a spin-off of the same tracksuit.
Yes.
Now, Clint was like, you guys are not like me. You guys tried to copy my style and you try and release my same shit on the same time.
It's not even that.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I may.
What's up, bros?
What's up, brats? The problem is that they both released the same sort of tracksuit that references the same Nike tracksuit.
Yes.
Yeah? But for some reason, Palace is a gringo and Corteiz isn't because he was chilling with Ronaldinho or what? And
But-
Ronaldo and them, man, or what?
But we cannot shy away from the fact that that is basically it. The fact that he has that kind of connection, it kind of gives. No, it's true. No. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you this is what it is, and we need to accept the way society is. He has been chilling with Ronaldinho. He's been chilling with Ronaldo. He's part of Nike. He's done all these things, so it kind of gives him that pass. Like, okay, you know what? You've been associated with these people, so it kind of makes sense that has now inspired you to do something like this. Palace,
Yeah.
I'm not in the camp of Palace. I don't know if they've been chilling with Ronaldinho or Ronaldo, but they're like, we've been seeing Clint release all of these stuff about this,
And he's
they-
released that tracksuit before.
that's it.
So-
And the thing is, we have seen pictures of this coming out.
Yeah.
So from nowhere, from the abyss, Palace now comes out with the same tracksuit. Of course, you're
in
going to say
multiple
that.
colours.
Yeah, but why is it that Palace is copying Corteiz?
Exactly.
Why aren't they copying Nike?
Nike.
Because that's where Corteiz got the reference anyway.
It's true.
But I think like I said, it's a very weird time that we're at because Corteiz doing that. I think everyone's like, okay, cool. We see what Corteiz is trying to do, and because Corteiz is doing it, it's cool. Now, Corteiz released snippets of what it was going to be. We all knew something like this was coming out a while ago. For Palace, no one saw this coming until it came onto the streets. So it already automatically feels like, okay,
It's a copycat thing.
Yes, this guy's already done a rendition of the tracksuit, and now you guys have seen it, and you've seen it's about to blow. Let's copy him.
Well, they doubled down, but even more, he tripled down because he released a T-shirt with the Palace trifug that's put Corteiz all over.
Oh, he's actually released it?
Yeah, it was released.
Now, ultimately, I originally thought...
He could probably get sued for that.
Well, this was my issue. So this is why I was on the side of maybe this is actually a collab between Corteiz and Palace, and they're just trying to create some sort of beef. Because when I saw that T-shirt, I was like... There's no one in their right mind that's going to release that, sell it, and feel like they're not going to get sued out their arse.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what ended up happening, which is why I've withdrawn that statement, is because I feel like he sold the T-shirt for free. It was £0 on the website.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you could buy it?
You can buy it, you'll get it. You'll just get a free T-shirt, basically. So you didn't have to pay anything other than for postage. So really and truly, I don't really know if there's much that they can do to
They
sue
can't
him.
because he didn't make no
'cause
money
there's
from it.
nothing
There's nothing
sue,
to get.
yeah.
There's nothing to get there. I mean. So ultimately, which is why it reinforced that it actually was a beef and it was a serious situation. He was like, "Look, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to because I can." But it's still childish, in my
It's
opinion.
so
Do you know what?
childish,
That ain't childish to me. That's brazen.
Hey,
You know-
it's,
yeah,
it's
it
brand
is
marketing,
brazen.
and it's marketing. This is what he's about. Like, he loves to create some sort of like hysteria about whatever he's doing, and everything that he's doing is. It's just different. Like, he's one of those people within the market that's not afraid to go toe to toe with another brand. When was the last time you saw brand beef?
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with him doing what he's doing. He's very welcome to do whatever he wants. And Clint, if he hasn't been anything in this life, he's been consistent. He's always
Yeah.
been like this.
And
Yeah.
influential.
Yeah, and I'm putting that to the side. I'm just talking about his his attitude for a second. Just like when Boohoo copied him and he did a Boohoo t-shirt, like that's fine. Like, if he has an issue, he has no problem making that known, and that's really good for him. I'm happy about that. I feel like there is a level of hypocrisy that he's using, which I don't necessarily appreciate, because the fact of the matter is that Corteiz as a brand takes a lot of inspiration from things.
True.
And when we say inspiration, like it's in some cases been like for like that one pink football jersey that was like like it was pretty much a copy of, was it Juventus or
Yeah, Juventus.
Yeah,
I think
the
so.
Juventus, the old Juventus kit.
Yeah.
It was literally basically like for like,
And-
right down to the yellow detailing. And it was like when people were bringing it up, he was blocking them, or then that was how the competition for the, oh yeah, well, if you can make a better jersey than you do it, then came off the back of. But we can't forget the fact that he still copied that from somebody. So in terms of calling, now turning around and...
Did he make a Jeff Hamilton style jacket one time?
I can't
Like, it was a really, really like colourful jacket which had loads of different patches on it. I'm not too
Yes.
sure if that was a collab or if it actually was him just copying
No,
Jeff Hamilton.
I haven't seen him do any collabs except
Yeah.
for with Nike. So that's why I'm just like, okay, I have no problem, yeah, if you are outspoken and you're brazen and you want to, like, I don't care about the Palace t-shirt. I understand why he did it. Yeah. I understand why he did it, yeah. I understand why he feels like he wants to speak, but I don't feel like it's right for you to talk when you do the same thing. And when you did the Brazil-inspired tracksuit, people in Brazil were saying that it was cultural appropriation, and they,
were they?
yeah, they were the ones that were saying, Clint, like, why are you talking when XYZ? They all had their own things to say. So it's just kind of like,
It's a bit weird.
I don't know. I just wish you didn't bring it up, because you're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you literally copied
Fair.
the exact same tracksuit. So I don't know. It's just a bit
marketing.
weird.
His name's got out there even more. So from a brand perspective, do
This
what
is
you
good
need
for
to
him,
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But from a real nigga perspective,
For the culture perspective, what are you doing, my nigga?
What is a real nigga anymore? Anyway, next thing on the list is the former Off-White CEO has now been appointed to manage human race.
Yes. Pharrell's Human Race. Now, guys, you saw, if you probably listened because you couldn't see the episode.
yeah, sorry about that, man.
You heard the shock and horror of what we heard about Off-White and who it's going to. Ew.
Yep.
So ultimately, I could see that people are jumping ship. And the
Makes sense.
the CEO of Off-White decided to
I
jump
gotta
ship
get a
and go to
job
Pharrell's
quick.
Human Race. I don't know what he's going to do there, if I'm honest.
Which human race are we talking about?
Human
Because-
race,
Thank
the brand,
you.
full stop.
I don't know.
Yeah,
the
because
difference.
human race is a very weird brand.
Human Race is a brand that collabs with Adidas, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And
But-
then there's
but then
the
we've also
human
got what,
race.
human made.
Yes.
Human made is
human
Nigo.
made. Human made is Nigo. Human race is Pharrell, which is very annoying because
Come on, mate.
I feel like they are both like if you look in the documentation, they're both CEOs of each other's company.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
absolutely.
But then again, that goes back to that interview with Ben Baller where he was talking about how Nego used to supply the reals and the fakes. It's one of those ones where they've monopolized the market and they've confused everyone to the point where you feel like you're getting different products, but it's actually all the
exactly
same
the
stuff.
same thing.
Yeah.
Just branded different.
Human Race, Human Made, Billionaire Boys Club,
Ice cream.
Bape, Ice Cream, they're all the same brand.
I remember when there was an Adidas Human Made collaboration and an Adidas Human Race.
Race.
Am I bugging?
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
They're a different.
The hoodies that we have,
Absolutely
what are
not.
they?
Human Race.
Human Race.
Human Race.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And that was
Yeah.
probably the only collection I've ever seen Human Race actually bring out, if I'm honest.
Yeah. And I didn't even see it like that, to be honest.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not locked in, but Human Race means absolutely nothing to me.
The thing is, Human
a
Race for
weird
me
brand.
also means nothing to me too. Because they brought out their skincare products, which is what I thought launched Human Race in my
Yes.
perspective.
Yep.
And then from there, they went very quiet.
Yeah.
And then I remember them bringing out the collection that they brought out just now, which was the hoodies.
Yeah.
And they brought out a bunch of t-shirts and tracksuit bottoms and all sorts. They had a section of Selfridges actually. That all went into the sale.
Yeah.
We snapped it up for great prices.
Yeah,
Probably
very
the
good.
worst.
Because it's a gorgeous hoodie.
Yeah,
But
quality's
ultimately,
mad.
it's like I don't know what direction they're going to, because ultimately, other than that, it was just a bunch of Adidas collabs, and all the Pharrell's only Adidas collabs is color. It's literally just putting some color on the shoe
Every single time.
Except for the first set of NMDs that he did. The NMD hues, the ones
black
that,
ones?
the ones that
The
look like
knitted
a
ones?
duck. You remember that time?
Wait, and it has human thing at the front. Yeah.
That was probably the best thing I've ever seen come out from the brand. But outside of that,
I remember one dumb time when he did the collaboration with Chanel, and I was like, I need to go and get it.
Go
There was
Paris.
there was no way I was going to
yeah, we want to go Paris.
I was following one of the loafers on Depop for about 2 years.
So,
Oh, do you mean the
years.
Chanel
Yeah,
Pharrell
yeah,
collab?
Chanel,
No.
yeah.
So they also did a Chanel, Adidas, and Pharrell collab with the Human Race brand.
Oh, I did.
It was a black and white pair of NMDs at the time.
Yeah.
And it only came out in the Chanel
Paris.
store in Paris.
Oh, that's what you were
So
going
we
to
were
say.
like, we really wanted to go there to go grab it. But
I remember
ultimately-
we were chatting the whole lot of bullshit.
Oh,
We're like,
yeah,
but
yeah, chatting
subconsciously, I know my mind was like, you ain't going.
Yeah. The same thing happened when that store, it's not Clot. The store
With the
in
Jordan 1s.
Yeah,
the blue
Jordan ones,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
blue
know
ones,
which one
prime
you're talking about. Yeah, I
prime
know
ones,
which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
There were a limited pair of Jordan 1s. They only sold them in Paris. Me and Tobi wanted to go and get them. We knew we weren't going.
We weren't going.
we were plotting and planning. It never happened.
But you know what? Yeah, it's always good to think big.
And dream. Those
Yeah,
shoes
man.
now are like 15K anyway.
Yeah,
so.
they're a crazy amount of money right now. Anyway, next thing on the list is the LV Cafe has opened up in Heathrow.
Yeah, so if you're
Heathrow,
looking-
is it Terminal 5?
2.
Terminal 2.
Yeah.
No, but which one? Wait, Terminal 2 isn't even the best terminal though.
It's kind of banging.
It's good.
Which one's the best terminal?
5.
Terminal 2 is where you...
Terminal
2 and
5
5
is
is
where everything goes down.
No, because 2 and 3 is together, right? Isn't it?
Yes,
2 and 3
yes,
is together.
yes.
2 and 3 is before 5 was the best one.
Nah.
5 is
Terminal
obviously, 5 is obviously the best one because it's the newest, number one. Put it that way. There's nothing else you can
not
say
that-
about
it's
it.
not-
Two's
no.
the newest now.
Is it?
Terminal
'cause
5.
they've given it like a mad upgrade.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they're not as linked as 2 and 3 aren't as linked as before.
Okay.
Like you can, but
Yeah.
2 is
All I know is I think you get flights to Nigeria from 2 and 3. So
And Terminal 5.
and 5.
and 5 as well. So there you
Terminal
go.
5 is the
It's a good time.
international
It's a good time.
flight.
yeah,
it's a good time.
Terminal 5 is like the luxury one, but Terminal 2 recently got upgraded.
Yeah.
That's the Queen's Terminal, and that is now like
It's up
Yeah,
there.
I don't care.
Okay.
Well,
but
look, pretty much if you want to get a Damier croissant, then feel free to go there.
true.
You will be paying airport prices plus LV prices.
Mate.
Understand, there is no tax on it, but that tax gets
The
added to
thing
the
is-
price in the first
yeah.
place.
Let me see what.
How are you
like,
going
what?
to know? Like,
A Damier croissant's going to cost you £20.
it's not a damn near crossing. It's not even about that. It's you are going to force yourself to go through Terminal 2.
Yes,
I don't give a
100%.
shit about Terminal 2.
I'm going
Wait,
there.
Terminal 5 is
No,
where-
Terminal 2 is nice.
Terminal
Yeah,
5 is
man.
where I got the Chanel's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
it's
but you
Terminal
go,
5.
yeah, but look, like
They
Terminal 2
ain't
is
no,
banging.
they ain't
Don't
no
get
shit in
twisted.
Terminal 2.
Terminal
No,
2
Terminal
is
2
good.
slaps.
Terminal 2 is good. Yeah.
Terminal 2 slaps. It does. It's really nice.
You can't be shitting on Terminal 2.
I'm not
like that.
shitting on Terminal 2, but
You
I'm just,
literally are shitting on
no.
Terminal
But what
2.
I was trying to say, what I asked the question, what is the best terminal? And you agree,
Okay, fair.
Terminal 5.
But now they've got the LV cafe, so.
oh wow.
Hey, you say, oh wow.
The thing is,
you might see
the
some really
same
good
way,
pastries
the
there.
same way you went to that pastry shop right
Hey,
there,
no, don't
yeah,
talk
and
about
they
that
did
place,
that
man.
to
They
you.
get
The
no
same
promo
way they're
from
going to
me.
do that. So you what? A Damier croissant, so that you can dip it into your coffee, and then Toby, once you've eaten it, where's the Damier now? In your
In my
belly.
stomach.
All right, then.
It's like the people that eat gold. Like, what do you want to do? Once you eat it, it's gone.
That's why I don't eat that shit.
Hey, I be eating some gold leaf.
Nah, I ain't eating that.
That's why you got hooked into eating what you just
Leave
ate
him, man.
literally an hour
Leave him.
ago.
Some gold leaf ain't that bad, man.
That's it.
God, leave,
But
man.
all I can say is that it's based on the LV Cafe happening in Terminal 2.
Yeah.
It just shows that what's his name? Arnold is still in line with what he's trying to do, where he's trying to make sure that LVMH is bigger than just luxury fashion.
Yeah.
So where he spoke about him opening hotels, cafes.
He's done that.
Yeah, he's doing that. So luxury isn't just supposed to sit in fashion.
Yeah.
It's supposed to touch other aspects
Touch
of the culture.
hospitality now. It's touch
That's it.
sports.
I also think as well that I think now, because this is not our first time seeing like designer cafes and stuff.
No, definitely not.
Dior's got one as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and Fendi
Dior's
had one.
Prada's had one.
Prada's had
Fendi's
one.
had one.
Yeah.
Burberry had one for
Ralph
a while.
Lauren's
Shut
got
down.
one.
Ralph Lauren has one as well.
Yeah. So what I feel like this is doing is it's trying to bring luxury back to a place where people have an appetite for luxury a bit more. I feel like obviously because of lockdown and cost of living and all the other reasons that exist, like we just weren't checking for luxury fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to bring that appetite back. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes from it.
Definitely.
Yeah, if I have a chance to go to Terminal 2 and try out, I will, and I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know if I'm gonna
it's
pay for
definitely going to be
Guazzle.
it's definitely going to be an Instagram place.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, for
Guaranteed.
sure. It's just about
Anyway.
building the appetite back.
Next thing on the list, there's a nigga that's on trial, and he's trying to bring back the peace in the industry right now from his jail cell, and I respect that, young thug, but I don't know how much that's gonna work when you're in jail. Anyway, so there was a post by Young Thug where he basically stated to all the main guys in the scene. So we're talking about Future, we're talking about Metro Boomin, we're talking about Drake. Can we all be friends? That is what he's saying, because honestly speaking, based off his post, it's so true, because the scene cannot function without these niggas collaborating together. So he said we should all be one.
Fair. I completely agree. I feel like he if he had to be the godfather to come out and say something to bring them back together, do what you need.
No,
to do.
100%.
Because,
100%.
It's not. It won't be the same with them separated. That the rap game for me is better united than it is. It's actually no, tell a lie. I can't sit there and say that it's better united than it is separated, because we've had some really good rap beef that's brought us some amazing music. Amazing music.
Yes and no, but the scene, yes, because obviously using Kendrick and Drake as an example, but they were never really friends like that, so that doesn't work. I'm talking about
People that were friends before.
Okay, Baby and Gunna, yeah, when they did their toe-to-toe, the bullshit that Baby was coming out with was subpar.
Yeah, but we can't compare that to like historically. And I'm always going to go back to this.
50 Cent and Ja Rule.
You know what I mean? You can't. I would never compare. I would never even look at Lil Baby and Gunna's situation as beef, because, in my opinion, it was one-sided, and it was really just pushed by fans. If I'm honest, I don't think they were actually beefing like that.
No, well they
were they?
Well,
one
Baby
unfollows each other, and that's it.
Yeah, but it's like
but
you completely like deny your brother.
Yeah. Even though he's helped you make some of the biggest bangers.
Get it.
Anyway, so
Lil Baby's ass, by the way.
No, he's terrible.
Nickelodeon nasty.
No, 100%. Do you know what's even mad?
Love his house though. That house was amazing.
No, his house is beautiful. Beautiful, but so what? Anyway, something else I want to say. Did you know Fat Joe and 50 Cent had beef?
No, I did not.
So there was a time when Fat Joe was working with Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan and him were supposed to bring out some trainers. Obviously, back in Fat Joe's heyday, him bringing out a Jordan would have been crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Would have been crazy. So he got into beef with 50 Cent.
Because 50 Cent brought out Reeboks.
I don't know what it was, but he got into beef with 50 Cent. I don't know the technicalities of it. And then it was at the BETs or it was some award show. He had beef with 50 Cent on the main stage. And Michael Jordan a few days later called him and was like,
because of that,
he was like, Big Joe, we can't do it no more.
Big Joe,
Big Joe.
I love you so much, but my reputation, we can't do it. Yeah, we can't do it no more. Fat Joe was basically saying that he lost out on about 50 million.
Of course you did.
Stupid.
I bet you'll never fight no one again.
Yeah, ever.
50 million.
Right.
50 Cent.
I'll be getting like this everywhere.
Mate, 50 Cent has ruined bread for so many people.
Hey,
That's so
50
sad.
just bit himself, though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That's 100% in.
But anyway, yeah, Future, Drake, come back together. We need new music.
No,
Maybe Future and Drake, yeah, fine. Metro Boomin and Drake are never going to work together again.
you don't think so?
No.
Do you know
the
what?
whole Kendrick situation?
But it wasn't just Kendrick. Like before, it
Future
was
was in
before
it too.
Kendrick. Yeah, but Future's one wasn't.
Future
It didn't feel. That one was so random. Like
But it was backed by Metro.
It was backed by Metro, but no, they have
They have a 2-part album as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like with Metro was just standing. If he dares to make music with Drake again,
it's over for him.
Yeah, I think he's
you
can't respect him. Can't respect him.
Ever again. I really can't.
Can't respect him.
Too much.
Yeah, he was talking.
Way too much.
He was talking a lot. Anyway, next thing on the list, someone else that's been talking is Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty now. Okay, let's get on to Lil Yachty. So there was a post on social media where Little Yachty basically said that New York used to be the place where all the best dressed people were. And he said, you know what? That ain't it anymore. You guys can dress. It's the ATL that can dress. Now, do you guys think that's the case? Because honestly, based on what another guy said, who was actually talking about the post, he said that Lil Yachty, you're talking cap because you dress like a New York man.
I don't even know if Lil Yachty even believe what he was saying. I'll be real. But at the same time, on this whole topic, I'm sick and tired of New York trying to say that they made everything and their claim to fame. For me, it's just very tiring. And the reason why it's very tiring is because it's within... Everyone has their own claim to fame based on their bubble, right? And ultimately, people are going to take influences from all over the place, yeah? But that's like me saying that I was the only one that had the idea to put butter in bread. There was someone on the other side of the world that also had the idea to put butter in bread. It's just that for some reason, just there was a camera on you, all of a sudden you feel like you're the person that came up with that stuff. Really and truly, there's stylish people all over the place, yeah?
Okay, but if you had to say like New York ATL,
most influential? New York over ATL, for sure.
Yeah.
New York is chatting crap, yes? But New York need to chill because you guys had some terrible times. That's very real.
They did, but I think...
Not everything was iconic.
No, it's true, but I think if we're talking about a hub for people to really look at and for people to really take a lot of inspiration from at a specific time, and we're talking about from Biggie all the way to Dipset,
not even just Biggie, like Dapper Dan time.
Yeah, no, but that's all this time I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm just using. Obviously, I can't say everyone. I'm just talking about like from one moment to another moment.
From a nostalgic perspective, yes.
So they can talk their shit.
But they definitely didn't. There's a lot of new things that have come since that point. Like if you're talking about the early noughties, they had nothing to do with that time.
Oh, but wait, we're talking about significance. Like if we're talking about
just as significant. If I'm honest, it's just a different time.
No, but if you think about like Dipset, which is early 2000s, they were a massive fashion inspiration.
Chrome Hearts, they brought Chrome Hearts. They were the ones that were rocking Chrome Hearts.
That's a New York thing.
Fair. Was it not Cameron that was wearing pink? Who was wearing pink before Cameron?
Probably Prince was wearing pink and purple.
But no, we're talking about rap. Who had the guts to wear pink? A pink fur jacket and a fur hat.
It was brazen. But
look at people like Fabulous.
Not everything was it. I'm just saying.
But that's like everything. Look at the people. Look at French people. You think everything that they're wearing is nice?
Hey, I don't know. I ain't gonna understand.
Everyone misses at some point in their life.
Everybody has those days. Let me ask a question. If we now bring it to London, what area of London do you think is the best dressed, most influential? That just takes
West. West Wheezy. That's not even playing.
Do you know what?
North got their style from America.
Yeah, South, and they won't let it go. Specifically,
South
2006.
Style is purely athleisure, and it wasn't even nice athleisure because you were literally wearing.
It was good athleisure.
It wasn't because it was the shuku Adidas tracksuits from Lily White's, while West was wearing the Lot 29s. East London was very irrelevant at the time.
No. Do you know what? No, because I had to think about it. I get what you're saying.
It was West.
It's East London.
What in the world?
So I was thinking East London
as well. It's East London.
What's it?
I was thinking East London as well.
What time?
No, but
Lethal Bizzle time.
I'm talking about in general.
It's East London.
And I'm in two minds. I think overall West London people are best dressed. I think in terms of inspiration,
it's East London
and like impact.
Toby, because you need to understand, East London is. We've been
they're
absorbed.
Getting their clothes from
West. Everyone came down to West.
But what
that one shot under the shepherd's
exactly on the archways. You know what shop we're talking about because they had the Swarovski Air Force Ones.
But they had them everywhere, didn't they?
No, they didn't have the Swarovski.
No.
Shepherd's Bush Market.
Like what's it called? Global Sport. Global Sport. They have an equivalent of Global Sports.
Maybe I never saw it. I never saw it.
The only other option was your JD Sports and your Foot Locker. but Global Sports was one of one back in that time.
Global.
And then you also had Shepherd's Bush Market that sold the Fugazi Lot 29.
Yeah, but so did like Walthamstow Market and that other one.
I know that's true.
But this is the thing. That's the thing. We didn't go to those type of places. We were only in Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah, but we never heard about it. It goes back to the New York situation.
But they never. They probably didn't hear about it as well.
They definitely did because that's what they came to.
You don't know. You're making assumptions.
I can assume it's West Wheezy all the way.
I'm not gonna lie. When I look back in the day and I look at a lot of the people that I were looking at and was like, yeah, they can dress.
They were from East.
They were from East or they were from South. Honestly speaking.
Okay, I'm not gonna give it South. I can't.
No.
Do
Do you know? No.
I can't do that.
No. I have to. Honestly speaking, they were either from South or they were from East. They were not from West. There was no one I was looking at from West. Yes, West had a lot of stores that we liked, Toby. And yes, there was Global Sports. But if you're talking about fashion and you're talking about people that inspired you, tell me who from West London inspired you to dress.
Fair.
Unless you went to Chelsea, you ain't wearing loafers and a blazer.
Fair.
You was looking at tracksuits. You're looking at Air Forces, the Air Force 2, the Huaraches, the Air Max 95s, the Air Maxes. That's what you was looking at. And none of them were in West London. They were all in South and they were all in East.
But who is from West anyway? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So who are you telling me was your inspiration? Who was your inspiration? Who was from West?
Put your hand down.
Who was your inspiration? No. Of course. But Toby, even at that time, by the time that you was able to dress like the person you wanted to be, you was in Essex, nigga.
My daddy tried his best to get me.
Oh no, he did. No, because we had the Air Maxes and everything. Yeah. But the people I was looking at, that was like shit. They put that shit on.
They're from East.
South or East?
Just get South out of it.
I need to have a proper think about this because I've always said that West London people are best dressed, and especially from a woman's perspective, West London babes are taking it each and every
because I feel like a lot of the trends come from South with that.
Okay.
Well, like what trend?
The dummies, and back there when the girls were wearing dummies and the curls.
Yeah,
that
definitely came from South.
The trends that I knew of was mainly from South.
Yeah,
those aren't the things that I respect though.
You would never respect it, but it was a trend though.
Yeah, okay, fine.
But did you not try to wear it?
Yeah, never in my life.
Just trying to check because
never in my life.
Because you know certain people say this, and then if I go back to your picture, I'll see it.
No, never. No, I never did a dummy. Come on.
No, that dummy shit was dumb.
It was dumb, but it was a thing back then.
But that wasn't actually from South London. You know that derived from like garage clubs and like things. Oh
yeah, because of their teeth.
You need to take a dummy because they're.
Yeah, because they start gritting. Yeah, man. Shred
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
related to drugs. Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you find something out?
Saying no, let's
that's why, because the kids be using it when they need to tease, so they be grinding.
Yeah.
That's Well.
Anyway, do we have
Stay off
an
acid,
answer
people, please.
No, I said South and East.
I think East.
I guess so.
You can't.
But I just think of Newham. When I think of East, I just think of like Newham.
There's more than Newham. There's
on there.
What Newham?
Still to today.
Yeah, no.
No, the only person from West London, and I wasn't even looking at him from a fashion perspective, is Bashi.
Is he from West?
Yeah, Bashi's from West.
No, he's not from West.
I swear Bashi's from West.
I don't know.
I swear Bashi's from West.
He's from West London.
I swear Bashi is from West London.
When I think of Black Boys, I feel like it was in West London, but
I think
Hammersmith.
Yeah.
Hammersmith.
I know my shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where nigga was
Do you know
born.
who I was thinking of? I was thinking of Fredo, but I don't remember him dressing.
No, he's
like,
from West London.
I know he's from West, but I'm saying like, was I checking for him?
No.
Back then, no. Wow.
And then if we're talking about all the people from
Scorchers Enfield, Kano's East Ham,
Yep.
Gets his Plasto,
Yep.
Yeah.
Retro's Tottenham.
Yep. So Kano, Lethal Bizzle, Gets. Who else from East London? There's a whole bunch of them
It's
from
bears
East
from
London.
East. There's no point in me naming the ones from East. Everyone's from East.
Bears.
I need to know who's from West.
There's not
right
many.
now, in my head, all I can hear is Central C, Digger D, and Fredo, for goodness sake.
Right.
Where are the rest?
Yeah, and honestly speaking, them man can't dress.
P Money as well. No, not P Money.
He is P Money.
And he's from Acton.
And so what? Can he dress? He's always wearing black and a New Era cap.
Sugar. Ed Sheeran?
Or the man said Ed Sheeran. Anyway, next thing on the list.
Please.
Sorry, you threw me off. Next thing on the list is, oh man. Anyway, Tesla. Tesla
talk about that,
has
man.
been in the news. No, we have to because this is game changing right now. Elon Musk.
Hey, Kesi, you need to understand. This is foot on the ground time.
No. This is a very, very dangerous time that we're in. Look, if any of you have watched Will Smith iRobot, we're in it right now.
We're in
it right now. The robot actually looks like iRobot. That's how bad it is.
Back in the days, we'd be like, oh, that's something for the future.
Yeah,
we're in the future.
now. We're in the future right now. And Elon Musk is paving the way.
Niggas want to be complaining about people taking their jobs. These robots are here to take your shit. Take your shit. They ain't gonna take your shit either.
Man, 100%. Elon Musk has now released footage and actually did a, I think it was a show where he showed his latest gadgets.
Gadgets, yes.
He actually brought the gadgets to the US.
Yes.
He released his robots.
Yep.
His robots that would
Tesla
now
robots.
be helpful helpmates.
In the beginning.
Yes.
Until AI changes them.
Until they take your job. Next thing on the list,
your household.
we have the what's it called? The auto driving bus.
Taxis.
Yes.
The bus.
Yeah,
The taxis and the bus.
And the bus.
Yeah.
They all sat in it. I saw 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz was like, wow.
Yeah,
Don't know.
niggas-
He's
that's
about.
the thing.
Look,
You
that
niggas
car
in
is going to be
trouble.
2 Chainz next.
You niggas in trouble.
Oh, 100%.
Niggas in real trouble.
Uber.
It's not a joke.
Black taxis. You're all pissed.
Like, I know they're going to say, oh, yeah, it'll take time. It'll take time for that to become into legislation and be something that's actually lawful to use, etc., etc.,
They
etc.
already started using it in
I
the
will
US.
tell you right now, okay? You were here with us by God's grace. I'm very, like RIP to the people that are not here with us anymore. But for those that are still here, you were here with us at the beginning of 2024. We are entering November now, okay? Time will pass.
Yep.
That will become law, and
Yep.
these niggas will be on the roadside.
But do you know what? Yeah? The one thing I will say, and this is where I'm
Your
saying,
colleague would be Android 14.
No,
and
no.
you'll be sitting and
Sigh.
say, how's your
Hi,
weekend?
Toby.
and he'll be talking to you. Do you know what's mad? I think the only reason why I feel like robots and AI cannot fully be adopted into our culture. Obviously, there's going to be a lot
our
that
society.
AI. Yeah, the reason why it can't be fully integrated and adopted is only because of human emotions.
Shall I tell you what's already fully integrated? You don't even deep it.
What?
Siri.
Oh no, 100%.
Alexa.
No,
Google.
no.
My phone just turned on by a saying Siri.
No.
Like, you need to understand where we're at right now.
No, that's fine.
You feel like it's not happening, but it's happening. ChatGPT is something people use regularly now,
I get that.
AI is fully integrated.
Yes.
All this is a shell now that carries AI to your household.
But
To take out the meat from
we
the freezer.
cannot neglect the difference
That's
between
useful, by
AI.
the way.
The difference between AI and the difference between a human is your emotions
Emotion,
and your intelligence as well. Your empathy, the way that you act, the way that you're able to approach things. Robots just do what
Yeah.
you want them to do,
That's what
and they
Sarah Connor
learn.
thought too, isn't it?
No. Come on. They learn and adopt.
All right.
They're very intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only thing that is missing is a soul.
Keep letting Skynet fool you for now.
Okay, you think I'm joking?
Keep letting it fool you.
You think I'm
just
joking?
saying.
There's because obviously I know a lot of us were scared about AI and robots taking your jobs. The jobs that actually need a human touch, for example, I'll use my role as an example. I'll use my role as an example. Yes, AI can probably plan, can probably do all these things, but imagine when you are asking people to do stuff, a robot telling you to do something, it's not going to be receptive. It's basically you taking an order. So if I was a robot and I was telling you to do something, you're actually taking an order.
You know, it was also very, very similar to that at one point.
What?
The internet. And being able to go
guy,
search for
man.
stuff. It was always like that. There was
you-
always something. Oh yeah, it's crazy that will ever happen until it does. And then what?
But I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just trying to say that there's things that are missing that will always hold more weight.
Of course.
Than
And when they finally be able to do that thing that's missing, then what?
what? Give it a soul.
The whole point of view for me is just upskill yourself and prepare yourself, because if you don't, you get left behind.
No, 100%.
That's it.
100%. Yeah, fair. Okay, no problem. Anyway, what else is coming back is apple bottom jeans.
Jeans.
Look, Nelly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the road has ended.
I completely disagree.
That's a lie, man.
I think he's brought it back at the perfect time.
Let me tell you the reason why I feel like this road has ended.
Go ahead.
Now, the unfortunate thing that happens to a lot of US American brands made by celebrities is that it's missing a bit of what's the word I'm looking at? What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, like there's something missing.
Right.
Sean John could have been great. It weren't great.
It was at the
Did his
time.
thing?
Where is it now?
Yeah,
but
okay.
he hasn't tried to bring it back, has
Apple
he?
bottom jeans.
He did.
Oh.
Honestly.
Yeah, it was bad.
Apple bottom jeans. The reason why apple bottom jeans did not work is because apple bottom jeans was supposed to be tailored to the black woman that has shape and figure. Yep. The people that were wearing it didn't have no shape and
Oh,
figure.
come on, man.
I'm telling you, I saw Shakira wearing apple bottom jeans.
Come
What
on,
apple
man.
bottom does Shakira have?
Okay,
look.
what now?
With a talisman on her waist.
Look,
Okay.
Kesi, are you going to be wearing apple bottoms when they come back out?
I don't know about that.
You are not wearing an apple bottom shaped pocket at the back of your bottom.
That's because that's just not my style.
Okay,
sure.
But
I'm excited, but I won't wear
Next
them.
episode, she got
I'm
the
really
boots with the
excited
fur.
with the fur.
Oh, Lord.
I think personally, as we are entering the stage where Y2K is popular again, he's come
Entering?
back at
We're
the
fully in it.
Yeah, we're in it. We're immersed in it. To be fair,
So you're going
I
based
feel
on
like-
trends.
Isn't he? Isn't everyone?
No, but what I'm trying to say is that as a brand, you're trying to tell me that because of this type of era right now, he is going to bring in these jeans. When this era now goes, the same thing that happened back in the day with Apple Bottom. No. Because a brand is supposed to be able to sustain the trends, and the Apple Bottom jeans won't be able to.
So this is where we disagree. I feel like there are certain brands that have particular purposes, and I don't feel like Apple Bottoms was ever a brand. Same with Sean John, same with Baby Fat. I don't necessarily feel like those were brands that were created to stand the test of time
Yeah.
and be a
Come on.
household name.
I
No,
don't- I feel
absolutely
like-
not. If they were,
agree.
sweet,
Yeah.
fantastic. If not, also fantastic.
So-
Brands like pastries, the trainers, I don't think they ever intended to be the new Reebok or the new Nike or whatever.
Guys.
I think they intended to create a brand, and as it does well, it does well. And when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Really?
Yeah, and
is this what we're saying right now regarding business? So you're trying to tell me I put all my time in to build a business like this, and you're trying to tell me my mind consciously, I'm saying to myself, I'm starting this business so it only lasts about 2 years, and then I know it's gonna
No,
fall.
I don't think anybody ever consciously says, right, I've got 2 years before this thing is done.
Yeah.
But I do think that apple bottom jeans came at a time where it was like video vixen era. We're gonna be sexy, skinny. We want to show bums, that's the thing, and that was popular at that time. And when the trend changed, they had no reason to exist because that does not, like, the trend has changed.
Trend
So that's
thing,
that's just what it is. In the same way, Juicy Couture and their and when the era eventually leaves again, they will go again. And when they come back, they'll come back.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's okay.
That's dead, man.
Look, once Apple Bottom gets into Urban Outfitters, you'll see what will happen.
All right, then.
Yeah.
I see it there. Ed Hardy as well.
Yeah, Ed Hardy was
But
there.
the
Von
thing
Dutch.
is, but what I'm trying to tell you is that the people that you'd want to represent the brand are not going to be the ones that represent
That's
the
not the
brand.
case.
I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it
All
matters.
right,
You gotta
then.
remember, we're in BBL era. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's the perfect time.
I don't think so, because even all those BBL whatever, where are they now? I'm not seeing
There's still
BBLs like that.
BBLs
Like that.
are still out here.
No, of course. But I'm talking about, okay, going back to what you're saying about video vixens when it was like a huge thing and they were everywhere.
Yeah.
BBLs, yes. During, let's say, 2020 to 2023, it was like
Yeah.
a BBL thing.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing about BBLs anymore. I don't give a shit about BBLs.
But first of all, apple bottom jeans wasn't specifically for girls.
It was for the big bums.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't specifically
big booty.
It wasn't for big bums. It was just for, like, shaped women.
ass.
Yeah, but shapely doesn't mean like BBL body. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
My bum isn't the biggest. I could wear an apple bottom jean and not look like
but
whatever.
The only brand that's ever brought out something that's predominantly for big buns. 'cause I feel
Fashion Nova.
Yagi World.
Yeah.
What's the only place?
Yagi World was for the BBL
That was
babes.
for BBL bodies.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what Yagi is, but...
Hey, there you go.
Anyway, it is what it
Anyway,
is.
Next thing on the list
Yeah.
is Victoria's Secret runway show. What do you guys think about Victoria's Secret? Because wait, who bought Victoria's Secret? LVMH. Did LVMH buy Victoria's
I
Secret?
have no idea.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I don't know. What
I'm not
they're
locked in, man.
Yeah, at
with
all.
them at all.
I don't
So
know why
wait,
they did this.
did the show come out recently?
Yeah.
The actual runway show, yeah.
And was there a woman that tripped?
Her shoe got stuck in the thing.
Yeah, they're not a buy anymore, man.
Oh, come on.
They're not a
stop
buy
it.
anymore.
Oh, stop it.
Before Victoria's Secret was a thing where these women, these women were the type of women, you know, in what's the Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, when Leo DiCaprio is sitting down and the woman puts her foot on his face, that was Victoria's Secret women.
That was
they had their steez on smash.
That was the impression that they gave.
And I accepted it and I embraced it.
That was the impression that they gave, and the reason why they had disappeared. So they haven't done a show in either 4 years or 6 years, I can't remember. And the reason why is because there was a lot of scandal. Exactly the type of woman that you just described is exactly what they were portraying. But the problem is that they weren't inclusive. They weren't moving with the times. They weren't featuring enough black women. They weren't featuring enough plus size women. They weren't featuring women that didn't look exactly like that image you just
Margot
described.
Robbie.
And that was like part of the problem. Exactly. So that was part of the problem. And that was why after a lot of scandal and they just tried to do things right and they got it wrong, they just haven't done runway shows in a really long time. Even though that was their most legendary thing. They should have never stopped doing that.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
And then they came back and it just wasn't the same. And it's not just because someone tripped, because people trip all the time. Like, it's happened many times before. But the problem is just that I feel like they came back, and my personal opinion, as much as I like the show, and I thought Tyler's performance was amazing. I thought Kate Moss looked great. I thought Bella Hadid looked sensational.
Was she wearing the red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. She looked great. I just feel like it's a bit too little too late. Nobody cares anymore, and I'm over it.
The ship has sailed, Victoria.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think it was out on Amazon.
I couldn't even tell. I
don't even care. Anyway,
I actually could not even tell
Good luck to Victoria's Secret. Next thing on the list, Central C and Nike are bringing out a collaboration of a trainer, which we should have all expected because it just seems like this is the only trainer that they're giving any person that comes out from the UK. Is an Air Max 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trainer?
I have.
The trainer looks like
This is
shit.
the World one?
The trainer looks like shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is,
I just don't care.
why is it always an Air Max 95 that you give someone from the UK?
Air Max 95 is a UK shoe.
Yeah.
Well, let's not do that. It is a UK shoe.
Toby, I don't give a shit. Okay?
I'm cool. Give them. In London, so it makes sense. It's not like it's something that does not make sense. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
The shoe's ugly though.
I
That shoe
disagree.
is fugly. Do you know what that type of shoe is?
Let me see.
That's
Is
gonna
it the
be
black and gold?
No,
It's like
it's grey.
peach.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
shit, man.
Do you know what? This? Let me show you the outfit that everyone's going to be wearing because Central C is obviously going to be wearing it as part of the marketing, and he's
The
also
Nike Tech.
and he's bringing a Nike Tech tracksuit as well.
Yeah, it's simple.
That do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's very on brand.
The Nike Tech tracksuit has been finished.
So
Until it hasn't.
bastardized.
Trust me, I feel like it can come
Would you
back.
buy a Nike Tech tracksuit?
I tried wearing...
Answer the question, Toby.
I'm about to get there. I tried wearing my skinny jeans this week and I was very scared.
Oh, God
So
forbid.
ultimately, I don't know if I can wear the skinny or slim fit Nike Tech tracksuit.
Do you know who you're gonna look like?
It's not built for me. However,
The straight leg?
the straight leg.
I'm there with you.
Look, let me tell you who you're gonna look like when you wear those.
Ultimately, I feel like this is a very, very on-brand collab. I think it makes sense. Who they've used, yes, perfect. I feel like it could have been better, for sure, because for me personally, Air Max 95, if you're going to try and do a simple colorway, then at least let there be some sort of difference in the waves. When the waves are all one color, it looks hideous. Ultimately, though, it makes sense for Central C. And for them to bring out a Nike Tech on top, that's going to do numbers.
Of course. And yes, that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is that don't complain when they pigeonhole you down a certain route.
But he did it himself. This is what he wants for himself.
Oh, no.
You have to remember, we're talking about Central C. This is Central C that goes to red carpets in a tracksuit.
Yeah, and a
So
skull cap.
I've got nothing else
fair.
that I would expect from him. I think
Fair.
that the trainer is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the shoe.
Man.
It's just a grey shoe with detailing. That's it. What else? It's exactly what I would expect. It's exactly what I've gotten. It's
on
exactly
brand.
what it's going to be. Like, it's just nothing. And that's why I just don't care, because it's just it's actually nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. However, on the other hand of Air Max 35s, Clinton's bringing out the black and yellow ones.
Yeah, they're
Now, that's something to talk about.
No, I don't give a shit.
I want them.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you
I
something.
quite like those blue ones.
That ain't gonna last long in your collection.
It's not.
What about your other Air Max 95, Toby?
Those are there. I still wear them every now and then.
When? Once a year.
When have you worn them?
The blue ones.
They got a time
Yeah.
and place.
Once
Even
a
though
year,
those are
man.
cold, I don't know
I
when
wore
you
them to
last wore them.
Samuel's last football match.
You wore them to Samuel's last football match.
And the time before that.
Go Tigers.
Kesi, look at where he wore the trainers to.
Exactly.
You wore them to the last football match.
What do you do, man?
Man,
I got a lot of shoes. I can't wear everything
Shut
else today.
Oh,
your
nice
mouth,
try.
man.
I think the idea of me caring about 110s now.
Yeah, I need to even
If
get
someone put the neon green pair in front of you right now, you're not buying them.
The Volks.
No,
Yes.
no, I'm not buying them.
Hey, you're not.
No,
You.
I want to sell, man.
I
Yeah,
would.
but that's Kim Jones version, not the original.
My Kim Jones versions are better than the original.
If the Volts came in front of me now, I would get them.
Yeah, so
No, I
what
wouldn't
we
buy it.
doing
I wouldn't buy it.
Are they
Actually, no.
£110?
There'll be
Yeah,
200.
no, they'll probably be
I
more than
can't
that.
do
110s are not 110s no more.
They're like
I
210.
know. If it was 110, I would grab them for sure.
And that would be amazing marketing. I'll be so real.
Yeah,
Corteiz
they did do
Corteiz
it.
Yeah, Corteiz.
No, but also so did JD. JD had they did a campaign this like a couple of weeks ago. It was like 110s for £110, like for this weekend only. But I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
nice.
look at you
Good,
guys, for this
good for
weekend
them.
only.
Yeah, good for them. Anyway,
Probably.
next thing on the list.
Shall we?
WizKid and Brent Fires have finally released their song after doing all the promotions and doing all the partying with all the bad bitches there. Yeah, they had a good time. We can see they had a good time. They released a song. My honest opinion regarding the song, subpar.
Whoa.
Subpar.
I think it successfully once again reinforces what WizKid was saying about him not solely just
I'm not
being
Afro anything, bitch.
anything.
But this-
because really and truly that song for me gives R&B,
Yes.
Okay.
mainly because of Brent Fires, but it does give R&B. So I see what he was trying to do, and it's not a bad song. I actually like the song. I feel like it's a good song.
So what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to pigeonhole him into Afro beats as well. I'm scrapping that. That's fine. You're an artist.
Oh, come on.
No, you're an artist.
Don't
No,
do the
no,
quote,
no, no.
Mark.
You're an artist. No, because he is an artist.
Why
What's
do
the
you have to
quote
do
for
that
there?
though?
He's an artist.
What's the quote
Put your
about
hand
though?
down.
He's an artist.
What's the quote?
Two
for that?
hands now.
He's an artist.
He
What the
said,
heck?
Open it. Close.
He's an artist. That's what he is. He's an artist.
I guess.
My issue is my issues with the song. Firstly, the song has two sides to the song.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
And I love a
I'm not
two-part number.
Of course.
But it threw me off. One, because the first song was subpar. It was subpar, and then it just ended abruptly.
Yeah,
Then-
I'm getting sick and tired of artists doing
Then
that
the
nowadays.
next song started, and I was like, okay, cool. The next half of the song, I like it. It's a great song. But you can't give me subpar, stop it abruptly, give me another song, and then say, yeah.
Okay, my thoughts on the song is that the first part, A Piece of My Heart, I don't like that song. I don't like that song. And I think what I'm going to say next is very specific. And I hope there's somebody out there that understands what I mean. Sometimes when Brent Fires sings, he sounds off key.
Yeah.
And the whole chorus to me sounds off key. The whole chorus. That is such a weird melody. I don't enjoy it. It's not nice to listen to. So I don't care for it. And I wish they did something different. The second part is so good. I wish that was the song. I wish that was the single that they released. I know they've got a full version somewhere, and I
Yeah.
would like to hear it. But the whole first part,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that again.
They
I
should
like the beat.
No,
A
they
lot.
should have released the second part.
I don't like that.
Can
at
I
all.
ask you guys a question? Do you think Brent Fires can actually sing?
I think he's getting away with murder, but I do think he's got a note in him. I think he catches
man.
the key.
With some fine tuning
Yeah,
and some mixing.
Oh yeah, so after T-Pain has already gone in there and just gone, wow,
Hey,
that's it.
Everyone needs a little bit of help.
Every-
Nah,
yeah.
forget that.
I don't think he's like the best vocalist on the planet, but he does what he needs to do, and he goes.
All right, that's it. So, Tyler the Creator.
Who?
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler,
Hey.
oh, wait, okay, because it's actually it's written down as Taylor.
It's not right.
Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator.
Taylor the Creator.
Has he released the album yet?
Not yet. 28.
Okay, so he's about to
Taylor
release
is
the album.
totally addicted to magic.
Tyler the Creator
Wow.
will be releasing the album real soon.
Yes,
I am
sir.
excited for Tyler the Creator.
Very
I'm not-
excited.
What is
No.
that to be excited?
No, he's a good
I'll
artist.
be
He's a good
real, yeah,
artist.
Tyler's a great artist, yeah, but he's gone back to weird stage, and I don't know what's
No,
going
no,
I
on.
no.
love it.
There was a stage where Tyler the Creator was so fucking fucking weird.
What, early days?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
Fag days.
Yeah,
On Future Days?
Yeah, it was really, really
I was
just
in there.
like...
I was like,
I
I
was
can't
in
figure
there.
this out.
I
was
was
in
like
there.
this. I don't know if I can be here.
I can't figure this
I
out.
don't know what this guy's gonna do. Like,
Yeah, I feel like he was in the abyss of something.
Yeah.
bro.
I think so. He's spoken about this before, and he felt like it was like, nah, people don't respect that I'm actually a good artist because I keep joking too much.
Yeah,
with this
it was
stuff. So that's
very
why he
weird.
stopped. Yeah, there was no need. I think he was just young and dumb. But
Yeah,
that was an iconic era.
I feel like
No. That was scary.
I
man.
don't think I've listened. I've gone back to listen to any of that music because I just don't know.
Why would you?
There's only one song that I can still listen to.
There you go.
Aside from that, the rest are.
I can't do
It's
it.
all noise.
So ultimately, the ad that he did for this album was giving that old timeline. I was like,
No, it's not.
that was a bit weird,
No,
man.
it's not.
The
It's
black
not.
mask
It's
with the
not.
horns.
Yeah,
I said,
but the
Tyler, where we going?
Okay, no, if we're talking from like a spiritual perspective.
Well, not just spiritual, just weird. Tyler,
No,
it was
no,
like,
no,
Tyler, we
no.
okay? Are we good?
No, I'm
Are
very
we good
excited.
at home?
But the
'Cause I was
music,
really
like the
liking where
actual
we're
song.
going.
Did you like the actual song?
I haven't actually listened to the actual song
Oh,
because
you
I
need to listen to
couldn't.
it.
I couldn't look past the video. I was like, I'm not going to click on
No,
this
listen
because I
to
don't
the
know what's
song.
going on.
No, you have to listen to it. You have to listen to
You
it.
sure?
Yeah, definitely. Once you listen to it, I think you'll feel differently. Because
Cool.
I heard Frank's voice, I heard Daniel Caesar's voice, and I almost lost it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited. Like, I cannot wait. I feel like it's going to be really good.
I hope
Let's
it is.
see.
I hope it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Shout
see.
out Taylor.
And before we get into the main topic, the last artist that we're about to talk about is Gunna.
Gunna,
Yep.
Franklin.
Gunna. So Gunna has released one song, one single, and he's also been featured on a song with Big Sean. So him all along,
Yeah.
it's all right. Let's move on to the next one.
Please.
The
Yep.
Big Sean song, it was all right. Simple as.
So I saw someone tweet that since Gunna's been out, he's had no misses. Yeah, he's had no misses, but he's had no hits aside from his album that came out, and there were some good numbers on there.
Yeah. The song with him and Offset was great.
Yeah,
That was a really good song.
Let's be real.
I'm banging my head to that
Let's
one
be real.
all the time.
Let's be real. And I'll forever do this, yeah? Compare Gunna before Joe and Gunna after Joe.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
the Percocets.
We are not getting
We're not getting
that
man.
same Gunna. And I'm not saying what this Gunna is doing is not bad.
It's fine.
I feel like it's good.
It's fine.
But it's not like, I'm not getting mind blown.
Yeah, this is not like, oh wow, he's definitely
Yeah.
my favorite
Like,
artist. I remember.
You've really got to look back to lockdown and that YouTube thing, that YouTube
Concert,
YouTube
Yeah,
Yeah.
the concert.
and every single song that came on, was borderline euphoric.
Yeah.
He has not made music like that in a while. It might be the drugs,
And it's not easy to do.
No, because he's
You
still
can't
smoking
act
weed.
but that's not the
Like,
drugs.
is he still smoking?
He's still smoking weed.
That's not the Percocet.
Have you seen
Yeah.
those blunts that he's smoking?
and the Molly.
No.
No,
We
do
do
you know-
not advertise drugs in here.
No,
by the way.
100%.
No.
But,
No,
we're
say
just,
no to drugs.
but we're just trying to say that there's some artists that use it in a creative manner that enables them to make some magical music.
I don't know. I'd like to. It's a magical music. I'd like to see a little bit more. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't know,
man, come on.
I'm not really
The
feeling it
only
right now.
difference.
I just need him to talk his shit again,
That's
man.
it. That is
Please.
it. This Gunner right now has found himself. He has found himself. But it's one of those ones where it's like, is you a bit unsure?
Keep looking.
If you're the shit right now.
You're not too sure about
Nah, you
yourself.
gotta keep looking.
The confidence is not there. The diamonds are not on show.
No.
I think
It's
the
like-
confidence is there, but like you're trying to be humble and
Oh,
we ain't got time for
that's
that.
the thing. We
Yeah.
don't want the humbleness.
I don't
I
want it.
need some brazen shit.
Yeah.
I just
some
need you to
braggadocio.
go out and just talk your shit.
100%. Like the thing is, and do you know what? I think the closest we got to that was "Fuck You Mean."
Wasn't that
That's the before,
yeah.
wasn't
No.
it?
It was post. It was post.
That was after. That one was.
It was like
Yeah,
when
it was
he
closest.
just
Yeah,
came
we
out.
just
yeah.
So it was the closest we got to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's closest.
And Rodeo Drive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And, and that's the thing. When you were listening to that album, when it got to that little middle
That
section,
fun bit?
it was like 1, 2,
Wow,
3 songs. It was
yeah.
like, so you're here. Okay,
And
we've
then after
arrived,
that-
and then it just dipped off again. It's
Yeah,
like, why?
I definitely no, because the thing is, his style is definitely much better than it was before. It's 100%.
He looks much.
He looks
healthier.
much. He looks.
good.
Yeah, he looks much better. Like he looks very clean, very like, an artist.
But I need you to lock
But
in, man.
I need you to now bring both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covenant gold.
Both sides before you went Joe and how you are now. Come
Yeah,
together
you need to
and
just
define
somehow do it.
yourself.
You need to find peace
Yeah.
in that. You
That's
don't want
it.
saying you to go back into that dark room.
Yep.
But what we're saying is just unlock it so you can find
Yeah.
So
solution.
you know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
man.
you know,
Tune
you have to take the
into
good
it.
with the bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
They have
Yeah.
to accept.
You know,
Yeah.
you gotta find a middle ground. Hey, you gotta
Yeah.
talk your shit.
Yeah,
Lock in.
There's one thing that I got from what's his name, Kobe Bryant's coach. He says you have to embrace the dark.
Damn.
The dark helps you to become the person that you want.
The dark.
No, it's true. He said there's a dark person in all of us, and there is. There is a dark person in all of us. And what you need to do sometimes, you need to tune into that person because that's the person that...
Because they're both you.
Yes.
And you can't get
have
rid of
to.
it.
And it's like, that's your ego.
That's
and
evil.
and it's that person that makes you say, you know what, yeah? Fuck you. I'm the guy.
Hey.
I'm going to go and I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do.
There'll be no embracing no
That's
dark
why
hair. We
Kobe
are children
Bryant.
of the light.
That's
Yeah,
why no,
Taylor the
100%.
Creator.
No. You know, you guys know what I'm. No. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the ego. The ego.
What Taylor?
You guys are not serious. Look, that's why Kobe Bryant was such a force when he played basketball.
Oh my
I
god.
guess.
Taylor, the creator.
You're right.
Oh my
You are
God.
right.
Shut
You are
up.
right. No, you are.
Shut it, bled. Shut it, bled. What the heck?
Taylor. Can we move on? Let's
Yeah,
move
let's
on
go.
to the
Let's
main
get on to
topic.
this.
Thank
Let's
you
get
for
on
that,
to this.
MBT. That was great news reporting. Okay, guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it today.
We're about to talk our shit.
Yeah, we need to talk our shit. Okay. So, for those of you who may not know, all three of us in this room,
Everyone's getting bloody married,
We
man.
all right. We're getting married over the next couple of years. And something that we have all found at one point or another is that the wedding industry is indeed a scam.
Yeah, it is.
A lie.
Yep.
What
It's a
the
hoax.
heck?
F, big capital F.
Yeah, what seriously. It's a hoax. It's a scam. It's fraudulent. It's bewildering.
It's
Yeah.
smoke and
is-
mirrors and the smoke smells like ass.
Oh, let me tell you something. Boo-hoo, boo-pee, you. It's thanks. So we want to talk about the wedding industry. We want to talk about some of the things that we've noticed, some of the things we found, our thoughts. And just get into it. Just to complain, just to vent a little bit because we've been venting amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
But now it's time to vent to y'all.
And
All right?
friends with y'all because we want you
Indeed.
guys to join in, please.
Yes, please, as per usual. So I want to start with some intro questions, yeah?
Let's go.
So to start off, yeah, first of all, do you believe that weddings as we know them are truly, truly worth it?
I will answer that question straight away.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Toby?
I think they are
To
to an extent.
an extent. I feel like they are.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Tell me.
I don't think they are. The reason why I don't think they are as much as they were before is, one, I definitely feel like, especially in our culture, it's more, it was
What culture is that for people that don't know?
Nigerian culture.
There you go.
Nigerian and African culture.
Whoop, whoop.
I think it's predominantly Nigerian. If I'm honest.
Yeah. 'Cause-
I'm not too clear on what.
yeah.
I'm not too clear on what other countries within Africa.
So
do for
I've
their
heard, and I might be wrong. Anyone correct me if I'm wrong. I heard when it comes to Ghanaian weddings, that it's not like the way we do weddings.
No.
It's not a huge focus like
No,
that.
it's not.
But in Nigerian culture, for me, I feel like weddings are used as a way to flex.
Yep.
That's what it is.
100%.
Yep.
Hence why that's one of the reasons why it's made me feel like the purpose of it is gone.
Yeah.
It's used as a party, it's used as a way to show this is my child, this is my person, it's my time to shine, I'm going to shine through this person, and you're basically using that person to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, fair.
Are you talking about what was done before and now, or are you
It's
talking about
both,
in general?
because it hasn't changed.
That's what I'm saying. It hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed, but that's the reason why I feel like it's not worth it.
Okay.
Right.
Because at the end of the day,
Are you really having weddings for wedding's sake, or are we just having weddings for a party?
100%. And a lot of the time, it's all for show. That's how I feel like it is. It's all for show. The only part of the wedding where I feel like it is actually worth it is the white wedding. That's the only time I feel like it's worth it. And the only reason why I feel...
That's the one we need to talk about.
The only reason why I'm saying this is because the traditional, yes, a lot from an African perspective, the traditional is where the family obviously introduces their culture and both families meet. I understand that, but it's become a whole different beast now.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it's not worth it, because a lot of the time I feel like a lot of people go there just to watch, just to compare, just to kind of like see, like measure up, like, oh, is this person the person that they've been saying
what we thought they would be doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, is this the person that because obviously everyone's living their life, everyone's living a certain type of life, and then this is a way that a lot of people gauge, like, okay, This is all you've been showing
Let's
us
see
for the
what
rest of
they're
your
really
life.
about.
Let's
Yeah.
see if you're really about it.
Fair.
And that's not what it's supposed to be.
So I look at it from the perspective, and the reason for why I said it, I feel like it still is worth it to an extent, is because I'm looking from the perspective of the people that are having the wedding. So the bride and the groom. Ultimately, weddings are definitely worth it because it's, in my opinion, and according to what I believe, is that this is the only time I'm going to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it twice within my lifetime. I'll most likely only do it once unless we renew our vows or something. But I'm only doing this once with this one person. That's it for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's worth it for you to be able to celebrate and enjoy that day because that will last you a lifetime.
But
You know what I mean?
you need to do it like that, though.
Wait. So the memory will last you a lifetime. Everything you put into it, all the effort you put into it will last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
All the money you spend will last you a lifetime. But at the same time, the reason why I say to an extent is because once again, even though the whole memories and everything will last you a lifetime, it is just for a day. Now, I don't agree with the amount of effort and money that's put into weddings nowadays because ultimately, where is the effort and money going towards? Is it going towards purely just you guys trying to celebrate your nuptials in the best way possible, or is it going towards you just trying to make yourself look a certain way for other people to come along and be happy and say, oh yeah, I was at that wedding? Because ultimately, once you're married, it's you and your partner. There isn't anyone else involved. All those people that came along, it's like they came along, they ate your food, they laughed, a lot of them criticized you when you went home, and that was it. So where's all this money going towards? It's not, I feel like a wedding is literally you and your partner saying your vows to each other and celebrating that moment. And that's it. All the extra stuff which we do within our culture, and for those that are not aware of our culture, we have two sets of weddings. We have a traditional wedding, which is basically like a really, really grand party, but it's where we do most of our cultural
Well, you're supposed to.
Ceremonies
our cultural
and-
ceremonies. And essentially in our culture, once you do that, you're essentially married. So if you really deep it, a lot of us are simply saying that, well, the white wedding is really the real one. If I'm honest, we're married culturally once we do the trad.
But this is the
white
thing.
wedding should really just be a registry, and that's it. If I'm honest.
But yes, traditionally. But this is the thing. You're saying traditionally, but a lot of us don't even adhere
to those
the
traditions.
tradition.
we don't adhere to those traditions, but it's one of those things where it's like your culture is something which has been built into you from an early stage.
For not everybody though.
Not
That's the
everyone.
problem.
And
Not
if you
everyone.
was to do-
I can only speak for myself. I don't adhere to all the culture and everything that stands, but I would like to respect what my parents would want to see in that aspect. Because ultimately, weddings is no longer a situation where it's just me and you coming together and we're trying to pay for something in our culture. I don't know about everyone else's culture. I can only talk about our culture. Generally, it's a load of people inputting into that. So there's a lot of respect that needs to be, and our culture is really, really based on respecting
100%.
what others and the elders would want. Do I agree with that all the time? No. But ultimately, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So you have to at least try and do something to make them happy. But let me just round off by saying ultimately, I feel like to an extent it is because of the fact that you are supposed to do what you want to do for yourself and enjoy it, but cut it according to your cloth and let that be it. Don't care about what anyone else is thinking.
I think the reason why, so I feel like weddings are worth it in the sense that if I'm not seeing it as, oh my gosh, we're spending 50 grand on the wedding. I've never seen 50 grand in my life. Why would I now spend on one day? I don't see it that way because I truly believe I will make more than 50K. And however, whatever the amount that I spend on my wedding or our wedding, I genuinely believe I'll see that money again. So I'm not stressed about spending money in that sense. The problem is that there is a point where a line is crossed by default because weddings are so expensive and because weddings are way more expensive than they were before.
100%.
A traditional wedding in 1990 is not the same as a traditional wedding in 2024. And so as a result, it's like, even though I'm paying to do things the way that they did it, I'm spending double the money.
Yeah.
And so even if I'm like wanting to do this thing for me, I physically can't cut my coat according to my size. I have to go above that just because of how much things cost. So in that sense, I would say it's quite difficult because even if it's what you want, it might not necessarily be worth it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's where it's a bit tricky. But do I believe they're worth it? Yes. I do believe as well that what you were just saying about like there are some things that you want to take from the trad custom, but based off that, you probably shouldn't be doing a big old white wedding then because you're doing the same thing twice sometimes and you're duplicating. In that sense, that's why I feel like it's not worth it because you're doubling over in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure.
But ultimately, I do feel like they are. And as someone that's doing 2 ceremonies rather than like doing a 2-in-1, for example, I'm very happy with doing it that way.
Yeah.
So that's just that.
Yeah.
Do you have something to say?
Hey, we like to
No,
party, so
I'm just gonna leave my point there.
Okay, fine. Okay, second question. In your opinion, what are 3 must-haves and 3 things that you actually don't need in a wedding, in your opinion?
Ooh, 3 must-haves. I think 3 must-haves.
It depends on the wedding.
Oh gosh, 3 must-haves. Hey,
Are you talking about the white or are you talking about the traditional?
they're all together. That's the issue.
You can't.
And this
No,
is
you
what-
can't. You can't do that because
So-
they both have different requirements.
So this is my thing. Yeah, if you're gonna do the 2-in-1 or if you're gonna do 2 separate,
We'll just see it as if you are getting married,
Generally.
what are 3 must-haves and 3 non
Good food.
thingies? Yeah.
good food for sure,
Good DJ.
good DJ, yes, and good outfits. the three must-haves.
It's less the outfits. It's the bridal party.
Well,
you need
no.
to have the right bridal party.
Oh, see, okay, yes, and that's why it's so difficult. But when I say outfits, it's because ultimately it's like some people will do a trad and do a really, really small white, but some people, my dream for my wedding, I always want to be able to see my fiance to become my wife,
Your wife, yeah.
in a dress. I don't want it to be a situation where
Like
I
a
don't get to
white
see
dress?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I won't get to see that. If you're not doing a 2-in-1, you're doing it separate, but you want to do something smaller. Some people forgo that and they just do like the registry. And it's just like they're just in a normal dress. And it's like so that's why I'm saying the outfits, because for me is a big thing. I want to be able to have that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. If it's a trad, then yes, having a lit bridal train is a big thing.
No, but it's the what's it called? It's so what Kesi was saying is that if we are combining both of them together and we're saying white and traditional, the reason why I haven't put an importance on the outfits, because the outfits are the outfits regardless. If you don't have a DJ and you don't have food and you don't have this, your wedding's dead.
Yeah.
Even if you got the best outfits, no one. What are you looking at?
Yeah, but then
What,
again,
a cappella?
But that leans on the side of, are you looking at it from the perspective of enjoyment from your guests, or are you looking at it from the perspective of your enjoyment for your day?
The thing is, the clothes is if I'm talking about the
Optics.
kind of. But if I'm talking about like the wedding in itself, the outfits. I'm not saying that it's not a priority, but I'm talking about your wedding. If you want to enjoy your wedding, really enjoy your wedding. If I remove the DJ, the food, and your bridal party, which is basically like a football team, and you guys having that chemistry, if I remove all of that and you've got a nice outfit on, regardless, you know yourself, you're going to wear a nice outfit. So that's why I didn't put as...
If you remove all of that, then you've literally got a registry and...
100%.
And that's still okay. And that's where
For you, though.
For you, that's what I'm saying. For you, it depends. It's very individual.
Yeah,
100%.
but this is all subjective. It's not objective.
And my thing purely is, when I'm looking at weddings, is that, are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it because you're looking at the optics and the way that everyone else will be able to enjoy it? Because you can enjoy it based on what you would like, but everyone else might not like what you like. You get what I mean?
My wedding, that's the non-negotiables.
For me, the things that I just don't feel like you need, I don't feel like I need a makeup artist. If I know how to do my own makeup, if I'm being honest with myself, I don't feel like I need a makeup artist.
Fair.
I feel like there's too much importance or focus on those things. And I feel like when you're in it, you feel like you need those things, but you really, really don't. Like, if you know that generally you're a stylish person, for example, or you generally know that you do your hair well, or you generally know you do your makeup well, paying someone to do those things, you really don't. You really don't need it for real. Like, you think you do, but you really, really don't. Especially with the size, depending on the size of your wedding.
Yeah.
And like how grand you feel like you need to go.
I'm glad you said that, because I obviously I can't speak on women and what they want to do for their makeup, for their wedding, but I always look at it from the perspective of, if you go out generally, pictures are going to be taken when you go out, right? And if you're satisfied and you're happy with the way you look like when you went out, then why can't you ultimately do the same thing for your wedding and be satisfied as well? Because ultimately, for me, what I've been seeing from all these packages that I've been seeing for all these makeup artists is that bridal makeup's
It's
different.
so rough.
It's like for me personally, it seems like the same old stuff which you're using on a day-to-day basis with some few tweaks and a few additions.
There are some tweaks
which are not always necessary.
It's not
always necessary, but there's a few tweaks and a few additions. Those few tweaks and a few additions take it from you haven't done it for free and only paid for your materials to you now paying £500, £1,000 plus for someone else to apply those same materials in your face.
Yeah, so for me, it's just, I feel like what I'm paying for is the luxury of like not having to think about it on the day. That's what I believe I'm paying for. But as somebody who knows how to do their makeup, and humbly speaking, I know how to do my makeup well, and I know how to retain makeup for a long time, as in it will last. I know how to do it. So
you go to a party, you sweat in the dance.
It does stress me to know how much I'm paying for it, but it's okay. That's just mine. I don't even think I need to do the three. Feel similarly in regards to good music. It's about what you feel is important for me. As somebody who loves music so dearly, I can't have bad music on the day.
100%.
So that is like a must-have for me. I will pay good money for a good DJ. I'll pay good money for to look the part. Another thing as well that I feel is something I don't need and I would like to abolish, we actually need to get into the episode, is I would like to abolish this idea of having custom dresses for every single thing. I think it's so unnecessary, and I feel like a big part of the wedding industry that makes it feel like a scam is how much you buy and that you never see again.
Yeah, fair.
And I really hate the idea that I'm spending £400-500 on a custom dress, £300-400, however much I'm spending, and I'll never wear that dress again.
But what's the alternative though?
Yeah.
Well, this is what where I'm trying to find I'm still trying to find the balance. I'm still trying to work it out. I'm trying to find out where it is possible for me to buy something that I know I actually get to reuse.
And the price will probably be around the same price as a custom.
If I can reuse it, that's what I need to find.
Yeah, because you're talking about the value of what you're getting out of it.
Come on now. Fair. Like, what am I doing? Anyway, we'll talk about it. Let's get into the actual episode. So, okay, we were just talking about makeup and we were just talking about DJs. So I want to start about vendors. I want to start talking about vendors, okay? What is one vendor that, as we've been searching and planning and going through it and stuff like that, what is one vendor that you believe scams the most? This is not to say that vendors are scam artists.
And this is not to say that all vendors don't scam in some sort of way.
We're not saying that anybody's a scammer or is not a scammer. What we're talking about is what price feels the most
ridiculous,
extortionate.
Ridiculous. Okay, I'll go first. Food, for one, definitely feels very, very extortionate. It definitely does, because the materials that you're buying do not come up to that. And I know that food is not just the food that they're going to place there. There's a lot of things that come into that. You've got your waiters that are going to be serving the food. You've got preparation time.
But you pay for the waiters, though.
You pay for all of that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You pay for all of that. But when I'm seeing that it's turning out to be like, I don't know, for what they're looking to offer, I've seen a 150 per head. I've seen...
Who's doing that?
I've seen 150 per head.
I think Taste
Savings package 150 a head, I think. I've seen some crazy prices, but I always look back to the... And don't beat me up for this year, but I always look back to a simple meal, like what you'll be getting on the day and how much you can pay for to get that outside, right? And generally, what you'll get on the day, what you'll eat on the day, the canapes and the rice, the chicken, etc.
Yeah.
When you go out, you're not spending more than about £30-40 on all that. If I'm honest, I'm honest, you're not going to spend more than £30-40. Now, if you want to add a premium onto that, you can make it 60, maybe at the most. And that's if you're getting the top of the range. But ultimately, when you're looking at it and they start doing per head, and when you compare it to if you were doing a standard party, for example, that food is not going to cost you 20 bags. When you will probably carry it amongst more than the amount of people that you probably had at your wedding. You've got 200 people at your wedding, you're spending 14k, 15k on food. Food, really? Like, let's be real. And then my other one at the same time is venues as well.
Yes.
I feel like venues are a big scam. And we're looking at square footage and what we're getting per
100%.
square foot. I'm sorry, we're paying for houses in Beverly Hills and Malibu
100%.
at this point, because average prices for wedding venues nowadays, and guys, obviously there's other venues out there, like people are probably going to say, why are you always looking at the most expensive?
Yeah.
When you actually start looking at wedding planning, you got to base your venue based off your numbers, right?
Yeah.
And when you come from a Nigerian household, especially like mine, there's a lot of people that we know. You know what I mean? And when it even comes to trying to reduce the numbers down to the nitty-gritty people that are going to be there, your starting numbers is not going to be what your traditional British wedding is going to be, where it might be 40, 50 people at max. Yeah? You're still looking at over 100 people plus.
100%.
Yes.
And the issue with that is that the venues that we need to be able to carry those people are not your standard. So when you're looking at venues, you might be looking at venues that can go up to 200, 250, 300 plus. And those venues are literally looking at about 8 bags plus, if that. There are some cheaper ones out there, but at the same time, you also got to look at what your vision is for your wedding, what quality you want. So what I've been seeing on average, 8K, 9.6. I think the most I've seen at the moment is 16.
And what does that come with?
Nothing, just dry. That's purely dry hire, tables and chairs, the odd tables and chairs.
No decorations.
But it's like no decorations. You might get the whole grounds. If it's a venue that's got multiple venues, like a pavilion, you've got your what's the tent area called again? Anyway, you might get one of those, a big tent, and you might get the house.
marquee.
Yeah, the marquee. You might get the house as well. 15K is what I've seen with that. I actually went to a place in Chigwell, don't go to this place because they're crazy, but I'm not going to name them because I don't want to ruin people's lives. But I went to a venue and their price, they actually messed up because they changed their price on the day. But we got there, it was a huge mansion, very lovely mansion. You pull up, we went out to the back, they took us to the marquee, which is on huge grounds, beautiful place. And then when we were talking about the prices, they were like, oh, so the main mansion itself, you can't go inside there. Can't go inside there. They've got a pool outside, they've got steps. They're like, all of this place you can use, but that's an additional cost. What you basically get in the price is the marquee, and if you want a place to do a ceremony, there's another smaller marquee off to the side, and you get the grounds, but you can't be by the pool. 15K.
No, who's that?
Exactly.
Is it the big marquee venue?
No, it's not. This was a mansion. They're quite new. I know one couple that used them this year or last year.
Yeah.
I suppose it wasn't that great, but to be honest. But the mansion itself is huge. You're not allowed inside the mansion. Cool.
Yeah.
The steps and the pool area, that's an additional cost if you want to use the steps and the pool area for pictures. Only the bride and groom could take pictures there. No one else is allowed there. The marquee area, you're allowed to use it. There isn't much lighting inside the marquee. The second marquee area, you can use it for a reception, but you're not actually allowed to use that. If you want to rent it out, the marquee is 9K. With the other reception area is 12.5. And if you want to take pictures by the pool and all that kind of stuff, 15 bags. Yeah, no. I said, what is your actual problem?
Boy. Yeah, for me, I was gonna say the same thing. The worst vendor of them all is the venue. The venues,
Crazy.
The venues are the most extortionate. Like, I can say what I want about caterers, but at the end of the day, I understand why things are the way that they are.
And it depends on the quality of the food as well.
Yeah, I do understand it. It's not nice.
Tobi,
it's not right.
There's a big difference because we've similar to you. I'm not going to say no names. We've actually done our trial and error with caterers.
Yeah,
and we tasted their food.
Yeah.
There is a caterer that's charging 5 bags for food.
Yeah.
And there's a caterer that's charging 7 or 8 grand per food. The 5 grand tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. There is going to be differences in the prices of food, and obviously depending on the amount of people you have there's going to be differences and all that. I get that, but what's the cost of raw materials? What's the cost of you being to serve that food and make that food?
Yeah.
Compared to what you're making, I know it's a business.
No, I know it's a business. They've definitely got a mad markup.
Everything has to start with a K.
Yeah.
Of course it will.
But no, we're not talking about the lower ends. We're talking about the extreme ends of the tens.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Could I?
Yes, please, go on.
Thank you. So even though I feel like the food has an expensive markup, I do feel like low key, it's not acceptable. It's definitely not acceptable. But I feel like a big part of the reason why they can afford to scam is because it's so important.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like I kind of just let them have it. For me, I feel like venues such as Meridian Grand, sorry, they are getting called out. Meridian Grand is 19 grand.
Crazy.
Dry hire.
And that's in a low season.
Tables and chairs, and that's in a low season on a Thursday or a Tuesday.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, when you do start looking at your wedding venues, you have low, mid, and high season.
Yes.
Obviously, you can probably figure out what the high season would be. It'll be around any public holiday,
summers,
etc., and essentially weekends as well.
Yeah.
But your low season will be your colder months, etc. So
Yep.
venues will price that accordingly.
Yep.
But also don't forget as well, venue prices go up every year, and you know why? No one knows because it's for no bloody reason.
Inflation,
They say it's for
man.
inflation. They say it's for inflation,
And inflation
but it's
hasn't
just
even
standard.
gone up.
Yeah. So it's just what it is.
the thing.
So Meridian Grand is a very popular. It's a very popular venue in Northwest London or North London.
Yeah.
It's a very central area for anybody that lives kind of in London. It's off the A406. It works really well. It's a great venue. It's beautiful.
It's nice.
It's a
It's
beautiful
gorgeous. It really is probably one of the best looking venues in London to cater for that for that style.
I've seen
For
better.
that style, okay. Because how many people can that take?
It's about
Up to
800. Yeah, it's probably about 1,000. It's about
1,000.
1,000, and it's gorgeous. It's got great amenities. I understand why they are who they think they are. 19 grand dry hire tables and chairs. That doesn't cover decor. That just covers tables and chairs,
It's
and the
crazy.
venue is insanity. It makes no sense. It's unacceptable.
And let me be real, a lot of people might sit there and argue that, because it's nice, you don't need to do that much. Trust me.
No.
When it comes to your
You still
wedding,
need
you
to
still
do
need to
it.
dress
You
your
still
hall.
need to do it.
People will notice if you have not dressed your hall. So please do not be blindsided by the fact that you've got a nice venue. Because trust me, when you go there, you just see bare bones.
Yeah.
You are not going to be happy. So ultimately, yes, that's something that needs to be taken into account. So understand, starting price, dry hire. Dry hire is most likely what you'll get where there isn't anything else that you need to, where everything else is basically customizable for yourself. So you don't have to get anything else from the venue. It'll just be like, you'll get tables and chairs, not
You
dressed.
bring everything else.
You bring everything else.
Yeah.
And that's 19K
Come on, man. Insanity.
in a low season.
Insanity. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear it. Another question. What are your thoughts on, in fact, before I go there, what do you think has been the hardest pill to swallow in booking vendors?
In
so
booking
far?
vendors?
Yeah.
Accepting that this is the industry and that's what you have to pay. And there's no other choice. Because I when I first got engaged, and prior to that, me and my fiance were talking about weddings and stuff, and I was always of the mindset of, look, I genuinely did not know how much weddings cost. I didn't have a Scooby. I was literally saying that just like, look, a wedding's going to happen. I know I need to do a wedding. Do I know how much it's going to cost? No. Do I know what prices are like? No. And before I got engaged, that was like a situation which I always thought, because I was like, when I started hearing some of these prices, like, you can imagine going from not knowing what a wedding is, and then someone comes to you and say, oh, a photographer's going to cost you 3.5K.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait. 3.5 what? Like, to snap pictures.
Yeah.
And then as I got on, it had to be a pill that I had to swallow, because it was like, these numbers were not changing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a situation where there was a range where you heard a photographer was £500, there's one that's 3.5K.
There's a
It's down
difference
to you to
between
decide.
both.
There's a huge difference between both, but not most of the time, your general average would be nothing close to that £500. Everything is on that 3.5, 3K price bracket. You know what I mean? So when I started seeing the numbers, including the venues, most venues are like 8K, 9K, etc.
Yeah.
So when I started hearing the prices, it was one of those ones where I'd just be like, look, there's absolutely nothing you can do. As much as you want to fight it, I want to marry this person. We both want to have a wedding, so we're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And that, trust me, was the hardest pill to swallow ever.
What about you?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money's it's not even.
You just have to spend it.
It's not even vendors, because I already knew what it took to do a wedding. Or like, I've got friends that have already been married and they've spoken to me about all the costs. So I already had an idea that weddings were going to be expensive.
Yeah.
My game plan was to always just make sure that we cut our coat according to our size from the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
But the money is what I did not want to spend.
And
And regardless, you have to spend it.
Yeah.
And even that cutting your coat according to your size, like Kesi said, like, it's one of those ones where it's not easy to do that, because at some point your coat is not going to be enough.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, your size, what you're looking for is not possible.
Yeah, you might need to get a bigger
You know what I mean?
size.
So you need a bigger size. You're
Yeah.
going to have to blow your budget a bit. So
Right.
it's literally a standard thing. And I'll say the one thing that I haven't been able to swallow, and I don't think I ever will be, because I feel like it's just brazen and stupid, is this price increases per year for no reason.
Yeah. It's
Like,
cruel.
it doesn't make any sense
It's
whatsoever.
cruel.
You guys are
just
literally
add a brand because you feel like it.
taking advantage
Yeah.
for no reason.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, every industry does that though.
Do they though?
Watches, every single year, they increase the price. Jewelry, Cartier.
Not
jewelry.
by
Yeah, but a lot of that is
They do
dictated by
that. They
demand,
do that.
though.
They even do that every 2 quarters or
I
something
think they
like that.
just do it because they know that they can, and because other people are doing
But
it.
what
I think
I'm-
that's why it's unfortunate.
But I think for me is, I get what you're saying because it is crazy. but it's not something that is new. It happens in every industry.
Yeah.
Food prices don't just go up for the sake of going up.
Yes,
Though.
Toby. How
but
much?
they
How
have
much
a-
is the meal deal?
No, but the reason, this is why I'm not going to try. I'm not going to give people the benefit of the doubt and let them take this and say this is the reason why. But food prices go up for a reason. Yeah, it's a chain. It's like supply chain goes up.
Yes.
The food price will most definitely go
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
Like when there was restriction on the supply chain with gas and petrol and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Prices went up.
But
But at
what
some
about-
point they come
Very
down.
fair point.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is not the same thing. I'm not going to sit here and try and say that. Suppliers need to be thinking about. Oh Lord, have mercy.
No, you're fine.
Yeah,
go
good,
on.
yeah. I'm gonna sit there and try and say that suppliers have to be thinking about, petrol prices are gonna go up because petrol prices went up for us too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't see me going to my employer and say I need another 10k on my salary because petrol prices went up. You guys are generally just doing it for the sake of doing it. Let's not be real, because your prices have not gone up by a bag for you to have
Yeah, of course.
a venue. Trust me, your council tax has not gone up by $1,000 for you to have to increase it by $1,000 every single year.
Oh, true.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I do.
But the thing is, I feel like it's not that straightforward. It's not that straightforward because it also goes back, because I personally know the only reason why Meridian cost the way Meridian cost is because of its popularity.
It's popularity.
If its popularity was not there, of course. And it's just like anything else in this world. Like, I'm not even trying to say like, well done. Like, I'm not trying to agree with what's going on right now.
Yeah.
But we need to also accept that with popularity also will come with a certain cost.
It does, but at the same time, the price just needs to be justified too. Because even though it comes with a certain cost,
because people are going to buy it anyway.
90k is not a good justification for that increase for demand
Yeah.
for a venue for one day.
Okay,
Come on, at the cheap end.
No.
That's on the lowest season.
The thing is,
that's on the lowest season.
I get what we're talking about, but I also get it from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
I
Of
do
course,
get it.
But from a business standpoint, your whole point is just I need to make money. So I'm going to do whatever I possibly can within the parameters of what I can do. It's not regulated.
Okay,
so I can do whatever I want. I can charge whatever I want for this venue.
If I had a venue, if I personally had a venue and the venue was popping like Meridian Grand, my fees will go up every year.
Basis,
Will it go exponentially to the point where it's like you price out a lot of people? And my personal view would be,
But they might do that though.
if you look at venue pricing, you want to do an average price of venues, do that and then price it accordingly. Yeah. If your price originally was way outside that average. And you'll say the reason why my price is this high is because of demand. You're taking a piss.
But you're also,
But people are still booking.
but you're also
That's
targeting-
why.
People got the money to spend,
but
right?
you're also targeting a certain demographic.
Of course, and that's taking advantage of that certain demographic too.
No,
Because they know that we like big weddings.
Yes.
And then you're gonna pay.
Yes.
So what? So you know what I mean?
It's like
what can you do?
It's like you.
Just because it's true doesn't mean that I have to like it.
No,
though.
100%. But it's like you can either go Nando's or you can go to Hakkasan.
No, you can't, because they're two different types of food.
Anyway, the hardest pill for me,
what I'm talking
to
about.
swallow, I think, is that you, unfortunately, you really do get what you pay for.
Oh yeah.
That has been a very difficult.
Yeah.
So for somebody like me, to those who I'm sure you guys already know, I like to find a discount.
Yep.
It is very important for me to find a discount. It's very important for me to feel like I've searched and searched and
Vindication.
searched. Yes, and I have found a cheaper option.
Sorry.
Unfortunately,
There isn't one.
You can't. There isn't one, but no, but there is. There is, but you
Kesi's
get
always
what
trying
you
to
pay
find
for.
loopholes.
No, but you genuinely get what you pay for. So when we originally started looking for videographers, we had seen some quotes, and it will be good to be transparent with prices that we've seen, so it can give you an idea.
Yeah.
So for videographers, obviously we've got two ceremonies. We have two ceremonies, and we're not doing a 2-in-1. We're doing 2 separate days, and some of the prices that we've seen are in and around the $4,000 mark.
By the
Yeah?
way, this is videographer solely, not photographer.
Yeah, we're not talking about
as well.
photographers right now. So videographers for 2 days, you're getting about maybe 4.5. I saw highs of 4.9. Depends obviously on the different types of packages. Let's just say standard package for what you need to have a good time with the amount of people that we have. We're looking at about 4.5.
How many people you guys having?
Oh, come on, man.
Why
no,
did
you don't wanna feel-
this guy
You
also
don't
wants to
have
put on blast, man.
Just to give people context.
For the trad, it's 500 plus.
Hey,
I'm saying 500 to be cute.
I should knock your knuckles.
Just know it's above 500.
damn.
And for the white, it's less than 150. To God be the glory.
Yeah.
Hello.
So
That one was a battle.
much smaller. Yeah, so that's how much those are the sort of prices that we're seeing, right? I was like, I'm not having that. I refuse. You're sick. So I was looking for, if we're saying I found about 4.5, I'm like, I'm going to find a videographer that charges less than $2,000 per ceremony. And I found them. I did actually find them.
And you found that quality.
And wowee.
It wasn't there.
Unfortunately.
It was a pack
But at
ass.
the same time, like when we say quality, like a lot of these videographers, they're trying to act like they're doing blockbuster movies. I'll be real, like you're doing a couple of videos and that's it. Like, let's be real.
yeah.
We have come from
depends
a
on
time where people's wants has reached a level where it's like that's what you want because that's what people are doing.
What
now.
people are doing.
But you got to understand, we come back from a time where it was an uncle with a camcorder, right?
Yes.
And that was
But
sufficient.
how much did he cost?
The uncle with a camcorder, probably free. He just came to the
Oh,
venue
come
and recorded.
on.
But if they didn't, it wasn't more than $1,000. It really wasn't.
But this is the thing. I get what you're saying, but
Yes.
we can't compare then to now.
we can't compare then to now, but at the same time, you also got to look at it from the perspective of you want that blockbuster movie.
The thing is, it's not just videographers though. It's for everybody.
Yeah,
It's
that's
for
it. You want-
everyone.
you want the blockbuster
what you
5-star
want,
thing,
and
so
you
you-
have to pay for it.
Unfortunately, and that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, that's the price.
And it's not even just that. It's also the fact that like the people that are charging less, they're probably charging less because they're either newer or whatever the case may be. They don't get as much business, and so when you're paying more, you're not just paying for somebody that's more popular. You're paying for someone that has more experience.
Yeah.
You're paying for someone where I don't have to
Skill.
Yeah, skill, exactly,
And
finesse. I don't have to tell you what I'm looking for. You already know because you've done it before.
And what you come to find with most of these venues that you have to, most of them require you to go with the people that are experienced.
Exactly.
So some venues won't allow you to get external people if they're not on their actual registered
Recommended list.
Recommended
Yeah.
list of individuals.
Yeah.
So if you try and go out of that and try and look for that venue, you won't get that.
Yeah,
So
it's
some of
really
it is
unfortunate.
really, really rigid. Like you
Yeah.
feel like you're free to do whatever you want, but you're really
you
not.
You can't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't. Okay. What is one thing that you would advise people to look out for when booking vendors? So one green flag and one red flag.
Red flag for me is when you're booking a vendor, and this is for venues, guys. Make sure you look at that noise.
That noise limiter. Yes,
Red flag.
indeed.
Yeah.
That noise
Yeah.
limiter is the biggest red flag.
Funny enough, I went to a venue recently and they basically said that they do have a maximum that they allow the sound to go to.
What's the decibels?
90, but they don't have anything that cuts it off. So
Oh.
ultimately what they said is that the DJ can go as loud as he possibly want, but it won't be a situation where it infringes on your event. The DJ can continue
They
playing.
fine you, innit?
No, they won't fine us. The DJ just won't be invited back. So if another person does their wedding there and tries to have that DJ, not allowed back.
Oh.
So it's down to the DJ at that point, which is nice. And the reason why I say it's nice,
nice for you.
because it doesn't affect your wedding. That's good
It just
for me.
affects them.
It affects them.
Oh, that's fine then.
You get what I mean?
You're not going to have any business.
Yeah, my business. You know?
Would I tell the DJ? Well, I,
I ain't gonna say shit.
I can't lie.
Do I
Trust
have-
me, you don't even like this place. You don't even want to come back.
Do I have anything to worry about? No, you're
No,
good, man.
no, you're fine, man. You do you, brother. Do you, man. Lie as you like. Yeah, I hear you. The red flag, I hear that sounding for me, my red flag when booking a vendor is if they don't want to talk on the phone.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's a huge
That's a
one.
big red
Yeah.
flag for me. Because
That's a
why
huge
don't
one.
you want to talk? I don't
You
understand.
can't be too busy for not talking.
It's true.
And that's
I feel
one of the
like
things that we got.
General courtesy.
So we had a caterer that to be fair, we weren't 100% on booking them anyway, but I was just like, I want to speak to the person who's going to be there on the day. And they were like, I'm just going to use a different name. Oh, Sally's not available to talk right now, but you can talk to us. We're part of the team and we'll be happy to help. And I appreciate that people are booked and busy. I don't feel like you should ever be too busy to take 20 grand off my hand. Bro.
Exactly.
You
And have a conversation.
get on the
have
line.
a conversation.
And that was the case when there was an MUA who I've wanted to book all my life for. As long as I knew that she existed, I said I want her for my wedding. And yeah, anybody that knows this particular person that I'm thinking of, yeah, you can't get her on the phone. She doesn't respond to messages.
Wow.
She's always on socials. You can't get through to her.
Wow.
They said, oh yeah, she changed her PA recently, so you should be getting better responses. No, haven't.
Wow.
Haven't been able to. I messaged her about 4 times and then I just had to cut my losses.
And this is the thing,
So-
when it comes to weddings too, it's like, best believe it, we're not stupid. Like, we get that this is the price of stuff.
Yeah.
But understand that we are paying that price.
Absolutely.
So I expect a level of service. Don't sit there and
Absolutely.
feel like you're too big to give me that service. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Because trust me, that money will be taken somewhere else. And you might sit there and be thinking, oh yeah, that's cool, there's more bread to come. But
Mm-hmm.
really and truly, yeah, once word gets out, you're pissed.
That's like that DJ, that DJ.
That DJ, man.
You're pissed.
That DJ, that their manager, existing or non-existent, was messaging and saying, "Yeah, well, this is what he wants to do. So what? Yeah, what? Nothing.
And that's crazy.
I'm not saying nothing. You're weird, bro.
It's crazy. So look, like,
I'm not
trust
getting no
me,
money
like,
out of me, bro.
Yeah, that
Okay, so
ship
that's
has
one
sailed.
red. Well, that's one red flag. What about a green flag?
a green flag. I mean, simple as a green flag will always be, and you don't sit there and feel like this is something that goes without saying. A green flag with a caterer is that they've got all their licenses and they've got their what's that insurance that they ask you to have?
Not liability.
Like public liability insurance.
Public liability.
Yeah, public liability insurance for all your vendors. Everyone
Yeah.
needs to have that. That's a green flag. But also that they actually meet all the standards. Because as I said, a lot of these venues won't let you have certain vendors that haven't got their accreditations. And trust me, your auntie that said that she can do the food for you may not have those accreditations.
Yeah, I've been there.
Even worse, you feel like you're going to get to the venue and she'll be able to cook. Yeah, it'll be fine. And when you get to the venue, you see a actual industrial kitchen.
Yeah.
And your auntie doesn't know how to turn on the stove. You're pissed because the rice
Yeah.
won't be warm.
Yeah.
And that everyone's got stomachache
Yeah.
the next day. You know what
Why?
I mean?
Hey,
No, for real,
hey.
for real, for real.
And
Don't
that
even get me
happens, trust me,
started.
that happens.
Lord, I feel
People got
triggered.
stomachache. Hey.
What's one green flag for you?
For a vendor, one green flag. It's not really a specific thing, but it's the interaction the vendor has with you.
Absolutely.
So we had a for our white wedding cake, we had a vendor. I'll actually say her name because the whole interaction was nice.
Yeah.
The Bloom and
Crumb. Her name's
Crumb.
Abigail. Shout out
Yeah, Abigail.
Abigail.
Yeah, the interview that we had with her, the whole process from beginning to us saying, okay, you know what, we actually want to go with her.
What's she doing for you guys, sorry?
Our
cake.
white wedding cake.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, she is such a lovely person.
Really sweet.
She got to know us, but it wasn't even like, okay, let's get into the cake and whatever. She was like, that's not even my focus right now. I want to know about you guys. And even Sussman as well, our photographer.
Shout out Sussman.
All he wanted to do was get to know us, find out about who we are, how did we
Yeah.
come together,
Yeah.
really understand the couple first before deciding what we were going to do. And I feel like that's what makes a great vendor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because what they want to do is of course, they have their way of doing things, but they want to make sure that they match your expectations and they want to be able to support you throughout the whole process. Even our caterer for the white wedding as well, she was like, let me know wherever I can help. Let me know if I need to help you here or there, wherever. This is even outside of her remit, which is food.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very important that when you look at your caterer and you see the way they interact with you, of course they are a vendor and of course they've got their processes and whatever.
Yeah.
But being friendly
taking
and
that human
supporting,
aspect out of it.
like supporting that person is such a important thing because the bride and the groom are stressed. So
And the money's on the line.
Oh, 100%. But even money aside, like the whole wedding process is a very tedious process.
Yeah.
And for the fact that someone comes with a warm heart and just wants to actually get to know you before actually talking about money or talking about whatever
makes
service
a
they're
huge
providing
difference.
makes
Yeah.
a huge difference.
Yeah. I completely agree. I completely agree. I think our caterer and our photographer and our white wedding cake vendor are three people I would call out. Because they wanted to understand us, it also helps them know how to like work with us better.
Yeah.
So if we use our photographer as an example, because he spoke to us and he got to understand our personalities, on the day when we did our engagement shoot,
Yep.
he already knew how to work with me because he
Yeah.
already knew what I liked and what I didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those things, like, it sounds like bog standard, but you'll be so surprised. Some of these people,
Yeah.
they just want to book via email. They just want to take your money
Yeah.
and go.
Exactly.
So that's been you're 100% right. I
Yeah,
don't want to add to it.
that human interaction, like Toby said, is so important.
Yeah. We don't have any more time.
Yeah, we don't, man.
Don't actually have any more time. So I maybe wanna. What question do I?
I
wanna
think probably
ask?
go to the end.
To the end.
Yeah, let's go
Okay,
to the end.
So looking back, I guess Toby, this is because you're not necessarily towards the end of your planning, more so
More at the beginning.
So
At the beginning.
Is there anything that you regret so far about the decisions that you've made, wedding planning, anything at all?
Well, I haven't actually made any decisions just yet,
Made
by the way.
decisions, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's. I guess I can't really answer it from that perspective. But I guess one of the things that I definitely,
Or maybe that you're looking out for, that you got your eye on.
I think one thing that I regret
Oh.
doing to the lead up, I feel like, is probably not managing, because it's not just about, when it comes to a wedding, it's not just about vendors and booking people, because it's not just managing people from that perspective, but it's managing family as well.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the one thing which I would have loved to have learned how to navigate that in the best way, because
Expand.
when you're about to get married, it's one of those ones where you're pushed into an environment that you're probably not very used to.
Go on.
If we're not a family which is number one, quite confrontational, you sit down and have the biggest discussions all the time, and really and truly, if it's the first time you guys are really having a marriage or some sort of wedding,
house, yeah.
it's like it's new for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's a heightened moment because of a bunch of different factors.
Mm-hmm.
You've got different people wanting different things. You've got the mindset of how am I going to be able to make all this money to pay for this stuff. You've got the aspect of, we got to figure out when we're going to get this done, and timing and stuff. A lot of things gets accelerated very quickly, and it becomes a lot. And if you don't know how to handle that stuff, you tend to react to certain situations in ways which you wouldn't have normally reacted to.
Yeah.
And ultimately, once you've already reacted, you can't really take it back.
Yeah.
So from that point on, it's just managing what you have done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, ultimately, I guess it would have just been able to have some sort of guidance to guide you, like, and someone to be like what I'm doing now and inform people, like, when you get to this stage, this is what you're going to see. So you just have to be open-minded and level-headed and be, soft enough to be able to be open to have these conversations with people, but not take it to a point where it's like you get stressed out about it, because as I said, when it comes to getting married, all of these things have to happen. You're going to have to pay the prices that you see there. You're going to have to manage multiple people and manage what your fiance wants, what your family wants, all that kind of stuff. You're going to have to probably set back and be like, I can't actually do what I want. That's frustrating. You're not going to always get what you want. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff which you wouldn't have expected you will have to come across. But you just need to manage it properly because it comes with the territory.
What about you?
I feel like we should have given ourselves that 2 months that we said that we wanted. That 2 months.
Your engagement.
Because I feel like
I had that. It's sweet.
Of not thinking about the wedding, not thinking about anything.
Nothing. It's necessary.
I feel like if we had done that, we kind of would have made a few decisions that would have been a bit different, because we wouldn't. When I proposed to Kesi and then we were starting the wedding process, we did say, okay, let's give ourselves, I think it was a month or two that we said
2 months.
2 months where we're not going to think about the wedding, just continue doing our thing.
In the bliss.
But I think for us is that we also knew the magnitude of what was about to come our way.
So you want to start as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
And do you know what? I don't regret it, because with Kesi and also Mum also working together to kind of really push forward, it really
we got a lot of momentum.
Oh, wow.
So much got done very early on.
Wow.
So
like,
in that sense,
not
so much.
But I think if we had given ourselves just a bit of time to sit down and to really not think about anything, and sometimes when you don't focus too much on that thing, like you get the most creative ideas, or like you just get like I would just say, like, God is like guiding you, and he gives you like the right answers at the right time. When you're not too focused on that thing, and you're not trying to rush through that process, that's when you kind of get that peace and you're like, okay, cool, this is what I want to do. Because even going through this process right now, there's certain things that at the start I was rushing to make a decision on, and I slowed down a bit and just went with the flow and was like, okay, you know what? I just did the searches here and there, and now there's certain things that I'm like, okay, that is perfect. That is perfect. But if we had taken a bit more time and given ourselves that time to kind of like just chill and just enjoy that time, I feel like there'll be certain things that we would have changed. But ultimately,
you're happy with what you did.
Yeah. I was going to say, for the most part, I don't really have major regrets about the way that we've done things. Number one, speaking to what you just said, operating from a place of stress is not a good place to ever make any decisions. And I feel like when we first started planning, I was operating from a place of stress at certain points, which I wish I didn't do. Like when we first started deciding Ashwebi and stuff, like just minor things, minor things, but like I was really stressed. I was very overwhelmed at the time. And like your mum is, you guys' mum, she's very, she's like on it. And like for me,
she don't waste no time.
She doesn't waste any time. And that has been so helpful. But sometimes that is not what you need. There's time to go and there's time to stop. And like there was a point where I needed to stop, but I wasn't stopping because I felt like I needed to get it done. I was operating from a place of stress, and I made decisions that I regretted at the time.
And then it felt
it's
like
nothing that I couldn't take back or deal with, but it was just like, I wish I didn't do that. So that's one. Two, what you said about taking that time off at the beginning. So basically, when we first got engaged, I was really sick for like 3 weeks. I had like some stupid infection. Don't you remember? I was ill. I was like out for the count for like 3 weeks. And then after that point, it was like, what? Got to start calling venues. And so I didn't get to rest at that point. And I feel like I have been in a state of like perpetual, well, God forbid, but I've been just like it constantly, like I wake up every day and there's something to do with the wedding. And like, I'm sure everybody feels like that, but it's just like, I'd really rather not. So we've been talking about this, like we want to try and implement like where we can take half terms of sort, where we can just like not have to think about stuff, but...
Yeah, as we're getting closer and there's only a few months left.
There is no more half term.
I think one thing I will definitely say to you is that the taking like
where you
scheduling time
even
where
just
you guys don't think about it.
Even if it's 5 days or 2-3 days at a time, just put it down. Nothing will go wrong. Like no one's gonna die, nothing's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Just take a few days off. Even if you say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we don't talk about wedding stuff. Then fine.
Even though Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is probably the prime time.
But it's just an example. So that was one, operating from a place of stress. I think setting boundaries sooner and quicker with whether it's family, whether it's like what I was just saying about taking breaks. I think I should have done that sooner. I regret doing that. And also, like, I regret not trusting my gut more. My instinct is strong. Like, I feel like I've got a good instinct about me. Yeah, it is sound. And like, some decisions that I was dead set on from the beginning, I found myself getting swayed by people's opinions, and I've come back to the decision I was going to do anyway from the beginning. So, that's maybe one thing I regret. I regret not sticking to my guns sooner, because it really made me doubt myself. Yeah. And with the amount of decisions that you need to make, money that you're spending, the amount that you're actually putting into something, it needs to feel as close to yourself as possible. Yeah. And I feel like I lost myself in the midst of like doing what other people
wanted you to do.
Or like what you're supposed to do for a trad. Like for a trad, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to have blah, blah, blah. Can I say another vendor that I think is really expensive for no reason?
Go on.
Live band.
Are they? How much are you looking?
One per, well.
Why are you saying one?
No, because we got a discount.
Two.
Yeah.
2 bags for live band.
Yeah.
For like 3 hours? How long are you paying for? Like 3 hours, you're $2,000.
But they're not paying for 3 hours anyway.
They probably are. They're paying. So they play they play a bit at the start, then they play when obviously you come in. So
3 hours.
Yeah, and then obviously for the time that they're chilling there because they can't go.
How much are we paying? Anyway, how much time? It's like 4 hours.
That ultimately comes down to the one thing that I did want to announce here on this podcast is that I will be starting a petition to regulate the wedding industry. The government needs to sit down and look at this industry and get the prices in order. Yeah. Because everyone's losing their mind, and I don't want it to, for you people that are not getting married yet, for you younger lot, just like the university fees, I don't want it to get to 5 years, 6 years down the line.
And it's $9,000.
And now an average wedding is cost you 150 bags. Because trust me, I ain't doing that.
I think we need a part two. Do you know what I think we need? Yeah, we've tried to talk about the industry briefly today. I think we need to talk about like managing weddings from like a people perspective
100%.
And just like from our perspective, not to do with the industry, but to do with like us and how we're finding it. So maybe we could do like a
part two next time.
But yeah, I say that to end on my point. I think like it's very easy to get caught up in what we feel like you're supposed to do, and I feel like I lost myself for a second. That would be the thing that I regret. So I think that brings us to the end of today's episode of episode 157. We'll be back with a part 2, maybe. We'll see how we feel. But until then, this has been episode 157. You know where to find us on socials. You can follow us at Hype and Then Some. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Hype and Then Some. And you can listen to us on Spotify, Soundcloud, and Apple Music. We had a little bit of blunder a couple of weeks ago. Don't really know what happened there. Yeah, but Spotify, they rectified themselves quickly. But yes, you can still find us by searching Hype and Then Some on all platforms. MET, do we have any other business?
Guys, this is episode 157. Sure? We're Hype and Then Some, and we're out.
Peace.
Not you.